talk to you.
Welcome to another exhilarating episode of Sofa King Smarts Podcast. This week, we're going to break down the great action from NFL Week 6, and we're going to make some bold predictions for NFL Week 7. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chet Von Chetsky, and I am joined here by Dat Dude Ben. How the hell are you, buddy?
I'm not doing so great today. Not so hot.
No.
Not so hot. You know that term, any given Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Fuck that term.
Fuck that term. All right.
Yeah, you know what? You know why? Because the two teams that were supposed to win today fucking ruined my parlay.
Oh.
And I had everything right, and the fucking Niners ruined my goddamn parlay. And the fucking Eagles.
Out of my card, and then the 49ers showed up.
Yeah. And then yes, you stop it off. The Eagles come in, shit the bed too. And it's like, hey, you want to win some money? Yeah, well, fuck you.
No, not today.
Not today. You know why? Because any given Sunday.
They're all professionals out there.
It's all professionals out there. And now I'm out money because, fucking football hates me.
Yeah, you had a rough start to the season on fantasy, and apparently now it's hit the real wallet.
Yeah, it's hitting the wallet. But aside from that, I'm doing pretty well. Just my weekly rant at the beginning of the show because I'm always pissed off at something.
Man, I hate that happened to you, brother. But I love the Philadelphia loss. Couldn't happen to a better fan base. Well,
now as a fan, I fucking think it's great because I don't like the 49ers here in Arizona. It's even though I'm not a Cardinal fan, the hate is mutual for 49ers because they are the West Coast Cowboys. Fans are just as delusional as the Cowboy fans, and the Eagles fans, they're just the Eagles. I don't care for the Eagles. I just want the fans to be pissed off.
Yes. I personally hate the city of Philadelphia with a passion over multiple sports.
Hey, we might go to WrestleMania down there, and if someone might recognize us.
Hey, that's fine. I hope he does. I hope it run into Bryce Harper. I'm kicking him in his knee. Son of a bitch. Not gonna hurt him or nothing. I'm just gonna. I hope he stubs his big toe when he walks out of his bedroom one day.
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah.
Just a minor inconvenience.
Minor inconvenience for the guy.
Yeah,
I get you, but yeah, no, football. Like I said, it's a great sport because it's so unpredictable, and that's why we love it. Because again, that stupid term, any given Sunday, any given Sunday, any team can win or lose. Doesn't matter what your record is. Doesn't matter who you have as a quarterback. Doesn't matter who is your head coach.
How long he's even been on your team?
Exactly. I mean, we're recording Sunday night, and Tyrod Taylor is 9 seconds away from potentially tying the game. So, versus the Bills. So it's one of those things. Like I said, any given Sunday. That's the theme
absolutely.
For today.
PJ Walker. All he's done in his entire life, he won an XFL MVP. That was it.
Yeah. And Brock Purdy looks like something I've been saying for a very long time is that I've always been saying he's overrated, and today showed us that because without
would you say a good word, irrelevant?
Irrelevant? I mean, it's hard to say irrelevant because this is his first loss of his career as an NFL starter. So he's been somewhat relevant, but I would say he's severely overrated.
No, I was just making a play on Mr. Irrelevant.
I know, and I picked up on it.
When he lost, I mean, when they lost, Christian McCaffrey and Debo went down.
Yeah,
he lost two of his major weapons, so he was already behind the eight ball.
Yeah,
but
the thing is like you still have the great protection in the offensive line. You still have a great defense. He was ass. Him as a player is what I'm talking about because I always have these arguments with my friends and they always give me shit because I always say and I get a lot of heat for this. I always say Patrick Mahomes is severely overrated for what he is because they're playing around a good offensive line now. I played football in high school and growing up, and we've always been taught that offensive line is the big core. If without a good offensive line,
The anchor of the
yeah,
offense.
yeah, without a good offensive line, you don't have a run game, you don't have a passing game, you don't have anything. So Brock Purdy comes in and he's doing what he has to do. He's winning games for the 49ers. Unfortunately, last season he got injured and he couldn't, they against Philadelphia and they lost against Philly, but he's without anything, without Christian McCaffrey, he can't do anything. And I know it's only one game. I completely get it. I might get some shit from my friends, but I don't care. It's like when you watch Brock Purdy, his numbers tell a different story from what he actually plays. Like he doesn't check down well. He doesn't read defenses pretty well. He still has so much to learn to compare to like the pedestal that everyone has him on. And today was a big factor. It's like he's going to have to learn how to win games without Christian McCaffrey and Debo. He's going to have to
tough for the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But then this is the point to prove everyone wrong. If Brock Purdy is the actual person to stay there, now he's more calm and collected than what Jimmy G was and Trey Lance by far, because those guys were ass. I will say he's way better than them, but I just feel like he's way over. They're putting him on a pedestal way too high. Those
you
are
can't put Purdy on the pedestal, dude.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, he went 12 for 27, 125 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Quarterback rating of 55.3. That's
Light
not
him
good.
up.
That's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
That's no bueno, how we say in Spanish land. Let's see here. He was sacked 3 times for 18 yards, and those came from him scrambling and panicking because he held on to the ball too long. But on the flip side, we talked about PJ Walker. He comes in and starts for Deshaun Watson. For some reason, he's not ready to play. I guess it's a shoulder injury.
Cleared but injured.
Yeah, cleared but injured, which is weird. But anyways, PJ Walker came in and went 18 for 34, 192, 2 interceptions, and had an even worse record, or worse quarterback rating of 45.2 than Brock Purdy. This game was a defensive beauty.
Oh, absolutely.
I love defensive games. And
between that and some very questionable calls by the referees.
Yeah. Penalties.
First of all, Gibson Sr. getting kicked out of the game is complete pussy ball, NFL. I'm so tired of this bullshit. I am all about player safety, but it's just sometimes like these plays, they're just spur of the moment. These are high caliber athletes out there making split decisions in milliseconds.
Yeah.
And you can't kick these guys. I mean, they're just out there trying to make a play on the ball. And some of this pussy ball the NFL's playing these days, I don't like it. I think it softens the game. It doesn't make it more entertaining to watch. It took me out of that moment of just like, why is this guy kicked out of the game? He made a play on the ball. He put his shoulder into his shoulder and helmet. He didn't hit him head on. He didn't do it. And so now he's sitting out. He's probably going to get a big fine. And NFL's not going to come out and say, "Oh, my bad, we messed that one up." Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right. When have they ever said they were wrong about shit?
Yeah, the problem with the NFL is that, and I know the rules get approved by the NFLPA too. Like both NFLPA and the NFL have to agree on the rule changes. But the problem is that the NFLPA gets pushed by the NFL. So you have a bunch of people who hardly ever played the game of football, especially at the high level of professional football, making rules like this where it's it's very hard for a player to not let his emotions get the best of him. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of these players play NFL. That's one of the reasons why I played football. It's to get my anger out, to play, to
Yeah.
to get my emotions out. And when you can't do that at a high level, then it's very hard for people. They're still human. And to be punished like that, to change the dynamic of the game, how it's played, it's fucking pathetic. And the
I mean, you
NFL,
can't tell someone that high on all that testosterone to worry about someone else's feelings in that way.
yeah, exactly. And it's just, yeah, we don't want to talk about feelings.
But
That's gonna,
there were some one statistic from this game. Christian McCaffrey had his 15th straight game with a touchdown,
yeah.
and that's tied for second all time with a couple big names, John Riggins and Orenthal James Simpson. I don't know if you've ever heard of that guy. He was a murderer on the NFL fields back in the day. Killer between tackles.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's two behind Lenny Moore of the Baltimore Colts. He had 17. So,
That's
yeah, two more. Who knows how long he'll be out if he's going to miss any time. But
I mean, it was an oblique injury, so
ooh, that could be. Well,
that
that's
could
a long injury in baseball for sure. See, people can miss like 3 months in baseball with that. I don't know how it is in football.
I mean, I know they wear some kind of padding, but you're still getting pounded at the oblique. That's where you're going to be targeted the most.
You never want to get pounded in the oblique, dude. It's not a good feeling. No.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I'll take your word for it.
It's not good, dude.
But yeah, who knows? A lot of these players are, medicine's so advanced. I mean, today you had Aaron Rodgers throwing footballs, the pregame
walking around.
Game. Yeah.
Walking.
So
he had surgery a month ago.
He had surgery a month ago on the stupid Achilles that popped on TV.
Well, he was starting for a team who got a big win today over the previously undefeated Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, the other fucking team that ruined my parlay.
The other fucking team.
Well, San Francisco ruined it first, but Eagles. I would have been more happy if I just fucked up one team, not two.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but the Eagles. I mean,
if you're gonna lose one, you might as well lose the other.
I wish I would have just lost everything. Just fucking let me lose in peace.
Or just lose the very first game that ends, and then you don't have to worry about the rest of the day.
Yeah. When we're talking about bad reffing, the Eagles fucking got bailed out like a motherfucker with their first touchdown. Did you watch the Eagles game entirely?
I watched Red Zone.
Okay.
I mean, and the Eagles game was not the local
prime
game on here because I unfortunately have to watch the what game was on here? They made me watch the Arizona game for some reason.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Let's see. They played against the Rams. That's weird. Yeah. America's game of the week or whatever. But the Eagles, Jalen Hurts had a push, one of those butt shoves or whatever.
One of those booty cooties?
The booty cooties. And originally he fumbles the ball on the 1 yard line. And the call on the field was recovered by the defense.
I did see that.
Yeah, when they went to the tape, there's no clear evidence that the ball crossed the plane. So the fucking refs overturned it.
Yeah, all you could do is assume that it's above the plane.
Well, that's the thing, is like they're not allowed to.
You can't assume a call. It has to be indisputable.
Exactly. So that's gonna piss off a lot of people.
Well, that only works
more
if they made the touchdown the call on the field, but they didn't.
They did. That's what I'm saying. It's a very, even the announcers were this is the wrong call.
I've noticed a lot of announcers are talking a lot of trash this year because they're not taking this bullshit anymore either.
They are, which is great. I love that for the sport because it's not all cookie cutter. I praise the NFL type bullshit. It's look, this is what we're seeing, and this is how we're going to call it, and which is how broadcasting should be. We should be calling it how it is, not favoring one thing. And we say that now until we're sponsored by somebody, and then we can, they change our views.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Dude, by the
But
time the lawnmower 12.0 comes out from Manscaped, let me tell you something right now. We will be shilling out for everybody because
yeah,
the lawnmower 12.0, it doesn't just clean your balls, it massages your balls. We got the new massaging technology, tickles the taint. Ladies will love you. Get the lawnmower 14.0, code name, go fuck yourself.
that any old gunk of cum you have in your balls, it removes it for you.
Yes, yes. You
So
have
if
weak old jizz in your taint, man. Yeah, the Lawnmower 4.0 Bluetooth wireless does it in your sleep. It is like a Roomba for your ball sack, dudes.
and it's Oculus compatible.
Yeah, Oculus compatible, dude. You put on your VR. Oh, dude. You
Oh, it's
sweeping your
great.
balls every night.
Oh, that's fucking great. That's great. But
uh,
uh so yeah, the Eagles and Niners lost, which is Eagle fans were fucking booing the shit out of the Eagles. At they were showing these bars on Twitter of the Eagles fans watching the interception that Jalen Hurts threw at the end of the game, because he went 28 for 45, 280 yards, one touchdown, three interceptions.
yeah.
Jalen Hurts shouldn't be throwing the ball 45 times.
No, no, no. Their 4 turnovers overall killed them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
I
they couldn't muster a run game either. Swift had
no
10 carries for 18 yards and a fumble. That ain't gonna win jack squat.
no. Now we have to give credit to the New York Jets'
They can
defense,
still go on
because
your fantasy squad, maybe.
that defense is legit, and that
Yeah,
defense is gonna keep
both
them
of these
alive.
defenses are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking
this
of
one,
do you see the big man INT?
who?
Quinnen Williams interception?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was like Hurt's second pick, maybe.
Yeah, it was the second pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
great.
love a big man rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down the
I
field.
think that was his
Did you
first
see
pick.
his electric 7-yard return? That's like a 47-yard return for a normal sized person.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, I couldn't do that shit.
No.
And I couldn't do that shit. But I think that was his first interception ever, I believe. I'm not too sure, but it was great because the announcers were making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it was awesome. He was pumped. I mean, another thing from this game, if Zach Wilson continues to not turn the ball over,
Mm-hmm.
the Jets defense is going to give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
And there was a lot of teams this week where their kickers were the main reason they were even still in games. Like Zerline, he was 4 for 4 for field goals for the Jets.
Yeah, and fucking Moody missed that field goal at the end of the game for the Niners too. So
yeah,
a lot of fucking missed field goals this week. But one thing that I had is AJ Brown had his fifth game with more than 120 yards, and that was an Eagles record, which is great. Good for him. AJ Brown's a stud.
Career or just this year?
For the Eagles.
I mean, like, is that you mean throughout his career or just this year?
This year, no, this year.
He already has 520-yard games this year. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You mean Terrell Owens didn't even do that one year? Like 05,
no,
04,
sir.
whatever it was?
Not for 5 straight games, no.
Oh, 5 straight games.
Yeah, 5 straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's an Eagles record, which is great because, week one, he had that tirade because, he didn't get the ball as much, and then they fucking listened to him. And this is how you keep players happy. This is what the Bills were doing with Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs starts crying and they feed him the ball until he doesn't fucking catch it. Then you go fuck yourself. But
yeah.
AJ Brown's actually catching the ball. I mean, that guy's a big fucking dude. I as a defender, I would try to avoid fucking trying to cover AJ Brown.
Yeah, I don't want none.
He'll fucking maul me over.
No, dude, hell no.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson had a great game too. It's the things like Garrett Wilson and Zach Wilson have a great fucking connection, which is phenomenal for the Jets, because I don't know about you, but I like good storylines, and I was hyped for the Jets, especially with Hard Knocks coming out, and it was great. And I want to see Aaron Rodgers because it's fun watching Aaron Rodgers, especially like how's he on the McAfee podcast talking shit to Mr.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's
Mr. Pfizer.
Yeah, it's fucking great. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that he comes back for the playoff run. The biggest question aside from Zach Wilson is is that offensive line for the Jets. They let in 5 sacks. They got to Zach Wilson 5 times for 31 yards. That's a lot, man. Not as bad as the Giants.
They lost their best offensive lineman last week, Vera Tucker, for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Brown's still hurt. Dwayne Brown's also like 39 years old, and his prime is way behind him in Seattle still. So, but I mean, they might be getting him back next couple weeks. Who knows how long he's going to last, his durability.
Yeah,
but
he's not that durable.
If they can't protect that man, he's not going to have 0 turnovers many games.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. That's going to be exciting to keep watching the Jets, just because all the hype around them.
Especially if Rodgers, even if a potential to come back, that storyline, it's going to motivate them. I mean, if they were 1-5 right now, I wouldn't even care if they were talking about Rodgers. But they're 3-3, they're hanging in there.
Yeah, they're and they beat the Bills and the fucking Eagles. You know what I mean? Like those aren't shit teams. Those are the 2 of the best teams in the whole NFL that they beat. So
absolutely.
So we'll see how they go. As for the Eagles, I don't care about the Eagles. They're 5-1. Who cares? Not me.
Yeah, that is correct.
No one cares. Speaking of things that I don't care, how about the Vikings versus the Bears?
Man, that was
brutal to watch.
That was a football game that happened.
Yeah. It happened. It happened. Justin Fields got taken out of the game early because he hurt his finger.
Yeah, he left in the third quarter because his right hand was hurt because he was sticking in his pussy too much.
Yeah, he couldn't squeeze.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you look fine. Use your fucking legs. You don't throw the ball anyways. You had fucking 58 yards. He got taken out in the third quarter, right? And he was 6 for 10 for 58 yards.
Yeah, with an interception. It's not like, I mean, his replacement went 10 for 14 with an interception. Tyson Badgett, I don't know how you say it. Never even heard of the place he went to school. Shepherd College. I know a lot of college teams. I have played some bottom barrel college teams in NCAA football back in the day. Never heard of that program.
Shepherd University?
Is it Shepherd University? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Because I'm saying, when I typed it in right now, it says Shepherd University. It's in West Virginia.
That sounds all this is adding up to where a Shepherd would be. But yeah, that guy, he was 10 of 14 with an interception. So
yeah. So Justin Fields is, I don't know why I drafted him in my fucking fantasy league.
Those 3 games he did last year where he had like 45 plus fantasy points. That's
why. Yeah. Because I'm a fucking idiot.
And dumb shits like Dan Orlovsky going, he's a dark horse MVP candidate. What a fucking moron you are, Dan.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fucking moron too for trusting the guy. So nothing really. This game was ass, dude. It was goddamn diarrhea. Didn't wipe my ass. Fucking type of game. I don't even know if boring is the proper word to say, because I can sit through a game, a 3-0 game, no big deal, where someone just scores a field goal. This one was it was so fucking weird that nothing, like, I'm looking at the stats right now. TJ Hawkinson was the highest receiver for the Vikings. He had 6 receptions.
They have no
50
Jefferson.
yards.
They have no Spark.
Yeah, no Jefferson, no Spark, and no one else to stand up and play for Justin Jefferson. I mean, they got rid of Dalvin Cook. For why? Because some shit happened
because Alexander Madison's so good.
Yeah.
No, they didn't want to pay him in the same situation as Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but who the fuck are you paying in the Vikings right now? No one. You're paying Kirk Cousins.
Also, what is Dalvin Cook doing for the Jets?
Hey, I still would have taken Dalvin Cook with the Vikings as opposed to the Jets. The Vikings have a better offensive line than the Jets, and Dalvin Cook is a second string running back, and
if he's as good as we think he is, he wouldn't be the second string running back.
Well, there was too much hype behind Breece Hall to put him as number 2. So no matter who was coming in, unless it was a big name like Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor, no one else is going to be RB1 in New York. So I get it.
You always have a Brown situation like when they had Chubb and Hunt.
Yeah,
and they were both getting like 15 to 17 carries a game, and they were beasting.
Yeah, because they incorporated how you should have two number 1 running backs. You know what I mean? Like that was part of the game plan. The Hackett can't come up with the game plan to save his life, much less fucking come up with the game plan for 2 star running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many fucking factors in there. And the Vikings traded for Cam Akers. He only had 1 carry for 8 yards.
Stud. Fantasy stud. Let me tell you. Putting up big points.
Madison had 18 carries for 44 yards. It's like, if by, I don't know.
He can't do shit.
Yeah, if by 10 or 12 carries you're not performing, how about let the person you fucking traded for carry the football? You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing anything else, Minnesota. Like, you're not doing anything. You have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different receivers you throw the ball to. Are you saying you only have 6 different receivers in your squad right now? And one of them is a tight end. Actually, you see 1 tight end and 2 running backs.
Oh, I mean, their second best receiver is probably a rookie.
Yeah, Jordan Addison.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough for him with Jefferson out. They really don't have much left.
And he caught the touchdown, which was, yeah, hooray! No one had fucking Jordan Addison in the fucking line. Yeah, no one had him. And as for the Bears, it's the fucking Bears. What else what else can we talk about the Bears?
We shit on them. There's nothing else.
Yeah. Rinse, wash, and repeat.
Suck.
Yeah, suck. Speaking of suck, did you see this this New England Patriots dynasty, the Belichick dynasty?
Oh, it's gone dynasty.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Versus the Las Raiders, the Las Vegas.
The
Las Vegas. I can't stay fucking healthy to save my life. Raiders. Man, Jimmy Garoppolo just needs to stop playing football.
He's always getting hurt. Every game it's something with him. It's been his back for years, I feel like. It's always his back. My back.
And I know he got hurt with his back, and I know he went to the hospital, and I don't ever wish ill on anybody. So I hope he recovers soon. But at the same time, it's like, dude, if you're getting hurt that much on your back, it's gonna fucking break, my guy. Like, no amount of cushion or protection from the NFL is gonna fucking stop a broken back. And then, and if that shit happens, what's gonna happen to the NFL? It's gonna be a pussy league all over again.
Yeah, then you can't hit the quarterback at all. It'll be tagged for the quarterback.
Exactly, a fucking 2-hand touch.
2-hand touch or 1 hand on the groin. Either way, that's down.
Yeah. So at what point do you have to consider, not letting people play with all your injuries that you have? Because this game was fucking ass. Injuries or not, this game was going to be ass regardless. But that's my biggest takeaway from this game is that Garoppolo got hurt. Mac Jones fucking
ass. He's ass.
Yeah. Ass. The fact that he wasn't benched today blew my fucking mind.
I mean, he had 200 yards passing, interception, He took a horrible safety late in the fourth quarter. Max
Yeah.
Crosby just obliterated him in the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, Max Crosby was a fucking G today.
But this is how bad the Patriots suck. During this game, they broke a 79 points have been scored on them unanswered without them scoring.
Oh yeah.
They broke that and a 10-quarter scoring drought. That is shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is not good.
No bueno, as my people would say.
Yeah, but for the Raiders, this was another game of a kicker, 4 field goals, Daniel Carlson, keeping you in the game.
Yeah.
And for the Las Vegas Raiders as a franchise, this is their 500th victory.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Put them at 10th all time.
You know why I didn't know that?
You don't give a shit?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck either. somebody thought enough to mention it.
Yeah.
The Raiders have to take what they can when they can get it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's turn this into 2 wins.
It's a division that they have no business. They don't have any business winning, right? You know, they're not going to win with the fucking Chiefs. As long as the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are with the Chiefs, they're not winning this division anytime soon.
No, and the Chargers are probably going to be the second place team.
Yeah, exactly.
Year in and year out.
So
at 8 and 9.
So it's one of those things where, you have Brian Hoyer coming in, who used to be a New England Patriot. It's just new New England versus old New England.
2 former New England Patriot quarterbacks beat the New England Patriots today.
Yeah, and the former offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots.
And the former 2-time offensive coordinator for them.
And
won multiple Super Bowls and had multiple stints with that organization.
If crazy ass Chandler Jones was in this game, it would have been another fucking ex-Patriot player playing for the fucking Raiders.
Yeah, no, he's in the loony bin, I think.
Yeah, he's still there. Fucking crazy ass guy. That's weird. He was so good in fucking Arizona. He's a man here in Arizona. But yeah, nothing exciting about this game. There's nothing, the Raiders won 21-17.
21-17.
But
it was 19-17 right before that safety.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots tried to do some Bill Belichick bullshit and tried to drop the punt for the safety and have it hit the ground, then try to pop it up in the air and get an onside kick in it.
Yeah.
Looked ridiculous.
Devontae Adams took a fucking mean hit, though, at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he did take a big hit.
He got
he was also a big loser on my fantasy team. So thank you very much, Devontae Adams, for showing up this week. Dude, I appreciate you so much. Everything you did this week and last week, that huge single-digit performances, I appreciate the hell out of you, bro. Keep it up, man. Keep it up, brother. Godspeed. God bless you.
That's great. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I love that you're so empathetic of him.
Yeah, dude. I hate it for the guy. Yeah.
Meanwhile, someone who's on all of our rosters, Kendrick Bourne, had 10 receptions for 89 yards. 18 points right there. Just sitting in the fucking waiver wire across every fucking league out there.
Probably.
Who the fuck is Kendrick Bourne? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a game of ass. Almost as bad as the fucking. It's the fucking AFC of the Vikings and Bears.
Well, can't have one without the other.
Yeah, can't have one without the other. So, another thing that I wanted to mention about the Raiders game, and I'm trying to find my notes here. I might have to come back to this one. Damn it. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll find it. Let's just keep going. Colts and
riveting.
It wasn't. It's one of those things where I thought it was demeaning, but then I'm like, I'll find it later, and I didn't write it down. But speaking of demeaning, the fucking Colts.
It all started with the news to begin the day.
What a fucking pussy, man. I say it every fucking week, and I'm gonna keep saying it every fucking week. Anthony Richardson is, as of right now, I can't, the fucking guy, I can't stand the guy. He's a good guy for the team, whatever, but as a player, like he hasn't shown anything. He didn't show anything in college. He's doesn't show his smarts here in the NFL. Yes, I said smarts because he's not smart. He plays so recklessly, and you have Gardner Minshew, where I just don't understand how the Colts game plan is. You have you give Jonathan Taylor supposedly free reign of the backfield, but you only give him 8 carries.
They only had 44 yards total on 17 carries.
Overall,
they're not running the ball. Period. It's not going to help Gardner Minshew one bit if they can't run the ball with those 2 stud running backs back there.
The Colts don't have star wide receivers for fucking Gardner Minshew to throw the ball 55 fucking times.
No, he does not need to be throwing the ball 55 times.
No one, realistically, no one, Chet. No, not even Patrick Mahomes should be throwing the ball 55 times. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen, none of those guys throw the ball this much. And you have the quote unquote best backup quarterback in the league with Gardner Minshew, and 33 for 55, 329 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Why? It's and realistically, this is all garbage time. This is all garbage time fucking stats that were padded because Trevor Lawrence went down with a knee injury in the 4th, and the Colts came back and rallied, scored 14 points at the 4th quarter when Patrick Mahomes came down. Not that, they were the Jacksonville won 37-20, but again, Michael Pittman, he's good. He's a good wide receiver, but he's not a star. Your next best wide receiver in that team is Josh Downs, the rookie, and you want to throw it fucking 55 times? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the Colts had more yards, they ran more plays, but they have more turnovers.
Yeah.
And if you can't run the ball, and if you turn the ball over, you're setting your defense up for failure.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew turned the ball over 4 times. He had 3 interceptions and lost a fumble. It's even the play, and it's not Gardner Minshew's fault by any means. The play calling is horrendous. It's fucking horrendous. The coaching staff doesn't know what the fuck to do with Jonathan Taylor. It doesn't seem like they had a game. Like they probably thought that Jonathan Taylor wasn't going to come back. And even if he didn't come back, Zach Moss had a fucking career game last week. And now you didn't even try to go with him at all.
No, they followed it up with a dud.
Followed up with the fucking dud.
And didn't really give the guy a chance to begin with.
Nope. Meanwhile, I mean the Jacksonville Jaguars. Statistically, they didn't fare so well. They only had 181 passing yards. The fucking Trevor Lawrence, which is not great. It's another quarterback that I think is severely overrated. And the running game is almost non-existent for Jacksonville. So this should have been a closer, a less high, less. How do I say it? It shouldn't have been. The scoreboard shouldn't have been as high as it was. 57 total points together for this fucking stat. The stats that are on here, it shouldn't have been this high. You know what I mean?
Not for these jabronis.
Not for these fucking jabronis. So
speaking of jabronis, did you hear about what happened during the game to the TVs in the stadium?
For Jacksonville? Fucking thanks, guys.
The Khans, Shad Khan, apparently did not pay the DirecTV bill, so they were not getting all the suites. Were getting the standard DirecTV pay your bill to resume subscription service, and all the suites instead of showing the game. Yeah, there's pictures.
No way.
Yep.
You think? Like father, like son.
I guess so, dude. There's all kind of memes online making fun of both of them.
I don't, dude. I don't even have anything else to say about this fucking game. Yep. So disappointed. The Indianapolis Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014.
What's up with that?
since
That's
Andrew Luck
crazy.
days.
Especially, what
Yeah.
was it, 2 years ago when they just needed to win to go to the playoffs?
Oh, when they shit the bed because they didn't want to
Yeah,
fucking.
week 17.
Well,
Rough.
that was, in my opinion, that was just to fuck over the Eagles. Because the Eagles would have, I believe, the Eagles would have had a better pick because of that Carson Wentz trade. But it's Carson Wentz. Oh, no, not the 2 years before. You're talking about the Carson Wentz one, right? Where they had to win.
Yeah, and then
That was 2 years
Jacksonville
ago.
beat them by like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't Matt Ryan. Wasn't that
Yeah, it
guy.
wasn't Matt Ryan. It was Carson fucking Wentz my ass.
Carson gone and Wentz.
Carson gone and
Yeah.
Wentz. Do you see that jabroni fucking wear that shirt with all the teams he played for when he was trying to practice to get on the team at the beginning of the season? What a fucking loser! I hate that guy.
I don't care about gingers. They have no souls.
No, yeah, I did say this. I did say that if Wentz would have won a Super Bowl for the Colts, I would have tattooed his name on my ass. And my tattoo artist was he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I know it's never going to happen, but,
no.
but if it did, hey, that's a good
better
story.
chance of Carson Wentz pegging you in your ass, dude.
Yeah, no.
Against your will.
No.
Against your will. Not
against my will. Against my will.
He seems like that kind of guy.
Unless Ray Ripley was with him, then we'd have a different story.
When in Rome.
When in Rome. Let's see here. The next game we have here that I have listed here, the 1-5. Well, it was 1-4. Arizona Cardinals playing against the 2-3 LA Rams at SoFi Stadium.
Yes, Rams won 26-9, I believe. Yes, 26-9.
The Cardinals start off hot. This game was going Arizona's way in the first half. I don't know what the hell Jonathan Gannon is doing, where he just decides to shit the bed at halftime. They don't make any adjustments. Again, I don't know.
It looks like they adjust in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
They're like, how can we make this look shittier?
Yeah, just don't do anything else.
Yeah. Fuck up on 3. They go, all right, 1, 2, 3, fuck up.
Joshua Dobbs looked like a stud in the first half. And then all of a sudden he's just trying to do too much. And I get it. They don't have too much going on for them.
Yeah, they ain't got a whole lot of much.
But if you look at their receiver core, Michael Wilson fucking looked like a stud. He had 3 catches for 62 yards. Who's Michael Wilson, you ask? I don't fucking know either.
I mean, I know Hollywood Brown's on the team.
Yeah.
I know Josh Connor.
Hollywood Brown had a pretty cool catch, but unfortunately was out of bounds, and that would have been it. Yeah, he didn't do shit. But my boy Cooper Kupp, dude, Chet, I've loved this guy since his Washington days. Like, this is a guy that it's funny because my friends always tell me they've never met anyone as high as Cooper. Like, I was so high on Cooper Kupp. Like, when he was a rookie, I drafted him all my dynasty leagues. I had him in my fucking bench.
Oh, nice.
In my roster. I fucking love Cooper Kupp. And to see him come back and have 148 yards and 1 touchdown, it's just like music to my ears. Love this fucking guy.
Yeah, he had a great game.
He had a fucking phenomenal game.
Kyron Williams had a great game. Running back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That guy's turning to be a stud. There's a reason why they weren't using Cam Akers and got shipped his ass to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Man, this guy's productive.
Yeah, super productive. The Cardinals aren't really great against the run, and I'm not taking away anything from Kyron Williams because you still have to perform. Even no matter how shit the defense is, you still have to perform.
There's still pros on both sides of the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to do 158 yards and 20 carries is he averaged 8 yards a run.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's fucking great. For a newcomer to come in and do this is great. It's fucking great. I don't have anything else relevant to talk about this. Matthew Stafford
I
had a
can.
pretty
One
mediocre
thing
game.
note I wanted to add was the Cardinals uniforms look clean as hell.
Yeah, they used the
They
kick the
are all
throwbacks.
whites.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah,
throwbacks.
yeah, they were clean. Those things look sleek.
Yeah, the white.
And then they played football in them.
Yeah, then they got dirty. The
Yeah,
white ones are clean, and then the all black uniforms are
I do like the
fucking
all
sick.
black ones too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
yeah,
pretty
those are
cool.
dope.
Yeah, so nothing really important. Just another divisional game where the Rams been dominating the Cardinals for fucking years. As of right now, I did see some rumors that the belief in the organization is that the Cardinals are planning to move on from Kyler Murray.
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't they just
which
pay him?
well they don't care. The thing is that Kyler Murray and Jonathan Gannon have a good connection. They have a good relationship according to the media outlets out here. But the problem is that the organization is tired of him. It's basically like a not so intense Russell Wilson situation where
Mm.
the team doesn't really get behind Murray anymore because you know what happened with Murray. The strong belief is that he doesn't study the tapes or anything like that, and that he just doesn't put any
He
effort.
likes playing the video games.
Yeah, he likes playing. He likes playing Call of Duty, which I think the record is in it's 0-52 on weekends where Call of Duty is double the points for Kyler Murray. 0-52. That's his
Wait, is that
record.
for real?
That's for real. Yeah,
Oh shit!
yeah, that's a real stat.
God damn!
Yeah,
I knew that there was a. I saw ESPN breakdown one time every
yeah,
year that the new Call of Duty came out in his stats,
yeah,
and that they dipped big time. So that's crazy.
yeah. It's crazy, but yeah, that's the belief in the organization. That organization is in shambles. Like I said, no one likes the Bidwells in Arizona. But that's nor here or there. We have no control over that.
Yeah.
People still keep going to the games as long you can't do anything unless you stop going to the games. So, oh well. But we talked about Russell Wilson right now. Did you watch that game on
Yeah,
Thursday?
Thursday night. Yes, I sure did.
The Denver
The Denver
Wilsons
Wilsons.
versus the Kansas City refs.
Yeah, yes, the Kansas City referees. Absolutely.
Another game that was impacted highly by the referees
And a kicker.
and the kicker. So Russell Wilson didn't even break the 100-yard passing
Nope.
threshold.
He only had 95 more passing yards than I did this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the talk, because what I've been doing recently is I've been going. I love me a good cigar. I've been going to the cigar lounge for these Thursday night games, and the talk amongst the people, all of us in the lounge, was everyone's had the same consensus that even Broncos fans that this could be the end of Russell Wilson. And I believe that it should be the end of Russell Wilson. And I don't want to take anything away from the guy because he's human. I never wish ill on anybody, but just the you can tell the demeanor of the team when he's out there. They don't care for this guy.
I mean, there's some D linemen on his team. When they side eye him, they look like they want to knock him the fuck out.
Dude, when he got to Denver, you had to make an appointment to talk to him. The teammates had to make an appointment with his agent to talk to him.
Yeah, you go fuck yourself.
Russell Wilson has his own office in the Denver facility, the Denver Broncos facility. No other player in that team has an office. Everyone has their own, the locker rooms, things like that, their study halls, whatever. No, Russell Wilson's contract stated that he had to have his own office in the Denver facility, the Broncos facility. Now, you don't win locker rooms like that at all.
No.
And and it's showing on the field. There were some plays that you could tell Russell Wilson was doing everything by himself. He had four carries for 31 yards. Russell Wilson did, and in those carries you can tell like nobody. I mean, the offensive line didn't want to block for him. Even when he rushed, they didn't want to block for him. It's just so fucking weird, man. I've never seen anything like this. I've been watching football since I was 7 years old. Never have I seen a team just not want to play for somebody. Reminded me of fucking Varsity Blues where they didn't want to play for coach.
Nah. John Voight was an asshole in that movie.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was great.
Yeah.
But it was really a fucking boring game too.
It was. Absolutely.
Even Kansas was struggling out there, man.
No, they were 4 of 13 on third downs and also had 7 flags for 84 yards. It was a boring game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot going on.
Yeah. Every time Travis Kelce fucking touched the ball.
Oh, God damn.
We go to fucking
Jesus Swift. I mean,
yeah. It's a little too much now. I get it. She's the biggest fucking star in the world right now, whatever. Kudos, whatever. People like it. There's nothing we can do about it. But God damn it, NFL. It's not like enough.
Yeah.
After every single time they show Kelce, they show her, and then they showed her with Brittany Mahomes, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh no. I was watching the game on Thursday with my friend Christian Cage.
Yeah.
And here's what he thought about that.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, he was pissed. Christian was hot. Yeah, I'm so sick of this Brittany Mahomes, Taylor Swift bullshit.
Next week.
I mean, if it gets people watching, I was going to watch either way, so it doesn't change. All this is bad in their bottom dollar.
Just wait till we get the trifecta next week and we have Jackson Mahomes up there.
If I can get Taylor Swift points from a fantasy team, if that was something, I might give a shit, but I don't. Yeah. That's not a thing that exists.
Or put it on the betting lines. How many times are going to show Taylor Swift?
How many times is Taylor Swift going to be on the screen?
Yeah. Show me that, and I might be excited to see Taylor Swift.
Plus or minus, I don't give a fuck.
Not as excited as some of my friends going to watch the fucking movie.
You got friends that went to the movie?
Yeah.
Do they have penises?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
That's what I've said.
Oh, they don't change their pronouns and everything, brother.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know who you are. First thing he says, that the Taylor Swift movie was 10 out of 10. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. Good for you for liking that, my friend.
Your vagine is now this wide.
Give me
you can't see my hands, but very wide.
Give me your man card right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, this game, Travis Kelce had nine receptions, 124 yards. That guy's a fucking stud. And
even with a bum ankle, he's a beast.
Even with the bum ass ankle, and you can tell that this offense is clearly revolving around Travis Kelce. And I fear the day that Travis Kelce is injured, because it's going to happen, where he gets beat up so much in this fucking game. But
he's also 34 years old. People forget that. Everybody thinks he's in his late 20s.
Like
34.
He's passing.
He's no spring chicken, folks.
No. And the one thing that benefits him is that defenses just cannot cover this guy. They have no answer for him. He's always open. Like when he gets the ball, he's always open. He's
so wide open that you watch the game going, how are you leaving him this wide open?
That's exactly every fucking time he gets the ball. I mean, I love it.
Tyreek Hill. I got it.
I love it for fantasy wise because I drafted him in a few of my leagues. But as a fan, it's like, wow, how is he open so fucking much? And Isaac Pacheco's looking good. He's coming along pretty decently from how he started the season. So we have that going for him.
Not to mention Harrison Butker, 4 for 4 field goals and a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
I have him on one of my fantasy teams, and he got me 18 points.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a stud day from a kicker.
Yeah. Too bad the rest of your team didn't do shit.
Yeah. I didn't even look at it. I don't even know. Oh, man.
Good.
After Devontae Adams royally screwed me in the ass without a courtesy spit. Not even a spittle. Not even a little dribble, dude. He just like rammed it home.
He's
Just
like
nothing good.
Just
yeah,
take it.
I started 3-0, and now I believe I'm probably gonna be 3-3.
Just take it, you slut. You
Yeah,
slut.
might as well. Yeah,
You slut.
there are two things I can do about it: absolutely nothing and like it. So,
but speaking of taking it, Miss Dan Campbell must have taken it hard this week.
Oh yeah, dude, he was giving Mrs. Campbell that sweet love.
Yeah, because the Lions made the Bucks look pretty mid.
Mid at home.
Mid at home with the fucking creamsicle.
Oh, those are some beautiful uniforms.
Well, they're cool, but when I hear the word creamsicle, I don't think a color or a uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I think of something else too.
Yeah. So it kind of makes me, like squint a little bit when I hear when I hear.
Oh, it really gets the blood flowing for me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's weird. Sorry, something was playing in my earphones and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. Stupid
That's
game.
a Pornhub, brother.
Yeah, it was Pornhub. It was kind of loud. I hope you didn't hear all the moans.
No, I didn't hear it at all.
Good.
Carry on, man.
Good. You don't want to hear a bunch of guys.
We're audio only podcast. You don't have to worry about anything.
You don't want to hear a bunch of guys moaning in my headphones. But yeah, Jared Goff looked like a fucking stud again. 30 for 44, 353 yards.
TDs. Another guy who was a stud, Amon-Ra St. Brown, number one wide receiver for the Lions. Another big day for him, coming back from injury. He took last week off. He had 12 for 124 and a touchdown.
Yep.
But once again, it's another team. There's a lot of teams that won this week that didn't establish the run at all. And if that trend continues, it's going to eventually bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
Not everybody is going to be able to face a Baker Mayfield 50% completion percentage every week while you're also not running the ball. Because David Montgomery went down with a chest injury. Not sure how severe that is.
Yep.
But overall, the Lions as a team only had 22 carries for 40 yards.
Yeah, it was not good on that from that point of view.
Not at all. But luckily, Tampa Bay didn't fare much better. They had 16 carries for 46 yards. So.
Yeah. Well, when was the last time Tampa Bay had a legit running game?
Leonard Fournette had some pretty solid strings of games.
But he was still fucking below average, I believe.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette had his best days at Jacksonville. When he played with Tom Brady, it was not that great.
No, he would have some breakout good fantasy games, but nothing crazy like week in, week out.
Yeah. But yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are, they started off hot, started at 3-0. They lost 2 in a row. We're kind of finding out the identity of the Buccaneers because the Lions haven't been 5-1 since 2003, I believe it's 2005, something like that, maybe.
I thought there was a year where they were 5-0 at Stafford, but I could be wrong.
No, yeah, it was Stafford. So it would have been 2015. Yeah, 2015. Yeah. So yeah, 5-5. Haven't won 5 games to start the season since 2015. Yep, here it is.
They haven't won 5 games in a season many times since 2015.
Yeah. So, like I said, we keep saying it every single week. The fucking team rallies behind this guy. Like I said, I would fucking run through a brick wall if Dan Campbell fucking pumped me up.
Absolutely. Dan Campbell is the man.
And if he fucking pumped me up and told me to run through it again, I'll fucking do it.
I'll run through that wall 3 times.
but
the third, as I'm going through the third time, I'm like, send Mrs. Campbell my regards. Yeah, dude. You got a guy. It just has to be awesome walking into the facility every day and seeing that guy. He's like, "Hey man, you ready to fucking rip some heads off today, man?" we're gonna kill everybody, and you're just like,
I'm just like, I just want an autograph, but I'm fucking down, I guess.
Last night I was fucking Mrs. Campbell, man, and I was also thinking about Bill Belichick, and I really blew a big load, and I drew up a big play at the same time. Man,
there you go.
Yeah, I love Dan Campbell.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Detroit's looking good. Let me look at their schedule real quick because I did want to see something because they were talking about how easy the schedule was, and I just
look at the rest of their division.
Yeah, their division's pretty ass. So they got the Ravens next, the Raiders, Chargers, Bears, Packers. Yeah, the toughest games that they have on here are going to be just the Ravens. The Chargers should be a good game, and they have the Cowboys on 12:30. So that team.
That's right. When Dallas is making its end of season slide.
Yeah. So this team can easily go fucking 15-1 or 17-1. Whatever.
I don't know about all that.
Look, I mean,
I do think this team could legitimately win 12 games.
Look at this. They play against the Ravens, the Raiders, the Chargers are iffy. They play the Bears, the Packers, the Saints are shaky. The Saints lost to fucking
you
Houston.
probably could have ran through the rest of the 49ers schedule and not thought of before today and not thought of a reason they could lose any of those games.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But just looking at it, it looks positive for the Lions.
That is good.
Is what I'm trying to say. It looks very, very positive for the Lions to go.
Dude, I hope they do awesome.
Yeah, they're winning the division.
That's the NFC team. Every year I pick like an NFC team.
Yeah.
NFC team I kind of root for.
Yeah.
Just hope they do well. And this year's the Lions. I'm rooting for Lions. I'm a big Dan Campbell guy, dude.
Yeah.
Dude really pumps me up, gets me motivated. If he can do that for me, just watching him talk, I can't even imagine what those guys in pads want to do for that man. Well, that sounded kind of rough too. Whoa.
That did sound kind of rough.
Yeah. That's how Dan Campbell likes it.
It's okay.
Mrs. Campbell.
I'll allow it. Speaking of the Ravens, did you? I don't know about you, but here in my friends call it Hoovizona because I'm in my own fucking time zone out here. We have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch the Baltimore Ravens play the Tennessee Titans.
Now, I don't ever want to wake up from an afternoon nap and have to watch the Ravens. So.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't really want to wake up anything that early to watch football, but unfortunately, I have 2 dogs that wake me up at that time every day. So
I got up.
I end up watching it anyways. Quarter. But today was the last day, the last game in London, and they have 2 more games, I believe, in Germany, and then they're back to the US of A.
I have a funny thing my dad said about that.
What's that?
I was watching football with him today, and he was like, "Son, where are they playing in Germany? Hitler Stadium?" I was like, "I don't think that exists, Dad."
I don't think that exists anymore. And if it did, I'd fucking die.
He was dead serious, though. He didn't even mean it in like a negative way. He just thought that's what their stadium's called.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, my dad's old school. He didn't work the internet very well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Where are they playing that game? Hitlerville?
Yeah, they would. The NFL would be crucified if they played somewhere like that. Especially with
I think the Germany game's in like Munich or something.
Yeah, it's usually.
I'm not sure though. But this game was another game dominated by a field goal kicker.
Yeah. Lamar came out and said that he didn't care about the people's spreads and their prop bets. He's just there to win games.
That's the best answer there is.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I get it, but the great players do worry about prop bets and the spreads, because they cover. These guys can't cover shit. Tennessee Titans let fucking Lamar run all over them. They can't do anything to stop the run, the Tennessee Titans.
But every time the Ravens were driving, they would stop them and hold them to a field goal. They gave their team a chance. Unfortunately, they have Ryan Tannehill as their quarterback, who goes down injured with a lower leg, I believe, an ankle injury. So Malik Willis has to come in.
Yeah, high ankle sprain.
And he gets sacked 4 times, does nothing.
Yeah.
And so,
bad.
Titans defense gave them every chance they could to keep their team in the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't for a lack of trying on the defensive end of the Titans. They made a couple boneheaded plays, a couple boneheaded penalties late that kept the Ravens on a couple drives. Yeah. Other than that, it was Lamar was chopping them up and down. He was running all over the place, but Justin Tucker had 6 field goals. And I mean, that dude is the most automatic kicker of all time.
Yep. Best kicker ever.
Yeah. So you put that up there. I mean, the Titans offense couldn't do squat. Nothing.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens I think they went through 6 games until today, actually 5 games. They hadn't let a rushing touchdown until Derrick Henry scored on them, which is phenomenal.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. But the Ravens are. I know you don't want to hear this, but the Ravens they're looking back like they look again like the Ravens of old. Like that defense is starting to be scary again. Now they lost to a Matt Canada, but
no, they didn't lose to Matt Canada.
Yeah,
he had jack shit to do with that victory.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to get your blood going.
Oh no!
and it fucking worked.
That loss was thrown on an underthrown ball to Joey Porter Jr. in the end zone.
Yeah,
and he just told Odell, he was like, "Hey man, go be a family man."
Yeah. That's so fucking great. Odell had a pretty decent catch, but that's all he had. This guy still thinks he's fucking great. He's fucking washed up.
He's about as good as Odell being out there.
Yeah, no shit. But Lamar Jackson had 62 rushing yards, which was great. Again,
he had 62 rushing yards, yards traveled on one play.
Yeah.
There was one play he legitimately probably ran 45 yards total to gain 11.
Yeah,
it was pretty incredible to watch.
Yeah, there was one play where he gained 3 yards, but he ran. I think they said it was a total of 16 yards scrambling to gain 3 yards, which is it's one of those things. And I pointed this out this week when I was talking to my buddies at the lounge. With Patrick Mahomes.
Same lounge Deshaun Watson goes to?
I wish, man. Shit.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wouldn't want to go there with my buddies, though. I'd go there by myself.
They got group rates.
I don't want to do no couples massages. But one of the things that I notice a lot with these offensive linemen, and I know they're tired and shit, but when they're rushing, when the quarterbacks are scrambling out of the pocket, a lot of these offensive linemen just kind of stay still. They just give up on the play, as opposed to trying to block, to continue the plays. Like for example, that Lamar Jackson scramble he had 16 yards scrambling to gain 3. If 2 of his offensive linemen could have just blocked 2 people, it would have been 60 total yards of that he could have rushed in that one play. And I've noticed that more and more nowadays, now that I'm paying more attention to the teams as I'm watching the games. I don't know if you ever see things like that you never noticed before with these games. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird for me when people the play's still going and people are just standing around. It bothers me more than it should. But Derrick Henry had 12 carries, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a 63-yard rush, which was fucking great.
Yeah, that was the highlight of their day.
Yeah, highlight of their fucking day. But yeah, Malik Willis, he came in looking like $1 million. Like he looked like he was about to shred the fucking Baltimore Ravens. He came in looking like ass. 4 sacks for 30-yard loss.
Yeah. I believe he went 4 or 5, but he also got sacked 4 times.
Yeah, he had about 74 yards. He had a quarterback rating of 118.8. And I know it doesn't count that much because, it's
That's just he went 4 or 5 and didn't turn the ball over.
yeah,
You're gonna have a high rating.
yeah. But it's funny how you have the QBR and the quarterback rating, and the QBR shows that it's truly ass that he played, and the rating just is more of the statistics as opposed to the QBR rating. But nothing excited about this one. I was half asleep, half one eye open when I was watching this game, so I didn't pay any more attention to any of this game that I needed to.
I
Aside,
try to have zero eyes open when the Ravens are on, but
yeah.
you know,
Uh, Speaking of someone who had their zero eyes open, fucking Desmond Ritter. What happened to this kid?
I don't know what he was looking at, or he forgot which jersey he was wearing because
Yeah,
those 3 interceptions, 2 of them for damn sure looked like he was throwing to the defensive guy running a route.
he was throwing ghosts. He saw ghosts for sure. He saw some ghosts
He
out
was
there.
not good.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was his first ever. It was his first home loss since high school. He had
it
never lost
was.
a home
Yeah,
game in college or the
yeah,
NFL up to that point.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
I did see that.
because he was undefeated in college at home and
Yeah,
was 5-0 at the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
yeah. And the Commanders just the Commanders are just a fucking weird ass team because they look good, they don't look good, they look good, they don't look good, but they're like they won this game 24-16. If you look at the box score, it wasn't impressive at all.
No, not at all.
And on the obviously turnovers have a lot to do with it because Ritter turned the ball over 3 times, but Washington rushed for a total of 72 yards and only had 151 passing yards total.
Yeah,
Which,
Howell surprisingly had 3 TDs off that.
yeah,
Yeah,
for one for Gibson on the goal line. The Brian Robinson touchdown was pretty cool, and the Curtis Samuel, which I missed that touchdown. I don't know what the hell I was doing when that came up, but yeah, Sam Howell did what he had to do. Didn't turn the ball over. He played a lot a la Brock Purdy. Didn't turn the ball over. Did what he had to do to keep the team winning. He got sacked 5 times though, which is obviously concerning.
well, that's par for the course for him now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one thing that I saw is that the Commanders are good for ending streaks, and I have a few stats here for you. So was it? I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, but they ended the 11-0 Steelers streak. They ended last year's 8-0 Eagles streak. They ended this year, I believe, the Ravens' 24 preseason win streak. Yeah, it was this year. And they ended the Desmond Ritter's 31-0 home win streak that you were just talking about. And they also ended the Bears' 14-game losing streak.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit. They're just streak enders. Because they don't. This is another team too. Is like they don't know who they are yet. Ron Rivera, Eric Bieniemy just can't figure out what this team is so far. So because the offense looks like shit. The defense again, it's mediocre, but they managed to get Ritter to fuck up so much. But still, it's not going to win you games in the long run, especially when you play against the Eagles and the Cowboys twice a year. So we'll see what the Commanders do moving forward, but I don't think it's pretty for them.
No, not at all. One side note I have from this game: Calais Campbell, defensive end for the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, he 37 years old. He got his 100th career sack.
Yeah,
and so he's the 6th active player with 100 sacks, and so he's only cool. 100 away from the all-time leader Bruce Smith. And at 37 years old, I'd say it's safe to say that record's not going to be broken by Calais Campbell. But good career, good for him. This will probably be, if not his next to last, his last year. That's a good
Yeah.
accomplishment for him. 100 sacks, that's big time. The NFL,
Yeah.
it's a short shelf life on careers these days. So to be 37 years old and still play at that high level, good for you.
Yeah, for sure. He
I'm not
spent
a fan of where he got most of those sacks, but
where do you get most of those sacks?
he played for Ravens for a few years.
Oh yeah. No, he got a lot of those with the Cardinals too, because he played with the Cardinals first.
He played with a
And,
lot of teams, actually.
yeah, and he's loved here in Arizona. So that was the Arizona media went kind of crazy for that because he's a good guy.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Good for him.
yeah, good for him. But moving on, because again, there's nothing with that game. That game's kind of
No. What game? Don't care.
Fucking lame ass game. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Cincinnati Bengals. This game on paper should have been very, very exciting.
Boring.
But it was boring. I watch a lot of these games on Red Zone, and I have a few screens on my laptop and my computer screens where I watch full games. And Red Zone showed this game a lot today.
There was nothing to show.
And there was nothing to show, which was very weird because all the teams had,
snooze fest.
Miami, and we'll get to this game in a little bit, but Miami and the Panthers had higher scoring, but they showed less of it than this game, which blew my fucking mind. The Cincinnati Bengals look like they're getting back in shape after the Jamar Chase, I'm fucking open everywhere I go or whatever. But he played kind of mid today. Jamar Chase for his standards, he only had 80 yards catching, but Joe Burrow was kind of all over the place too. That offensive line just kind of it's still the Achilles heel of that team, the Cincinnati Bengals. That defense is pretty good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Had 2 early touchdowns, and here was the rest of their game: 6 punts, an interception, and a field goal. Yep. And they won with only 214 yards of offense.
That field goal was in the fourth quarter.
That game is what I wrote in my notes.
Yeah.
What kept them in the game was their defense, because Geno Smith had 2 interceptions and he was sacked 4 times. But on top of that, he had 13 QB hits. There was 13 times that they rocked him on a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 17 times they hit that man. They were destructive. And Geno Smith is doing what I wish a lot of other quarterbacks would do. Even though he was getting rocked all game, he was distributing the ball everywhere. He hit 10 different receivers this game.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody got a touch of the ball, had a chance to get it, but they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They either drives would end an interception or sacks. And they just couldn't sustain drives. And if it wasn't for Cincinnati's 2 early touchdowns, who knows? This game could have been 13-10. Seattle.
13-3.
Boring as hell. It was like watching a Big Ten football game. They're so boring.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bengals can't establish the run to save their life. Joe Mixon's non-existent. They're just, I don't know, man. It's all this hype for this team, and at this point you can't blame that it's Joe Burrow being injured, right? It's already, it's week 6. You have to get over that whole thing. What's going on with Cincinnati? Because last year they were fun to watch. This year they're just fucking. I don't even when I see them pop up on TV, I don't even care for it.
Yeah, I don't care. They're boring.
Yeah, boring. But Kenneth Walker is on my fantasy league, and I was fucking popping for him. So good for him. I like it. One thing that I will say is Tyler Lockett he had 6 receptions for 94 yards. He comes out of nowhere, just always has all these yards on him. It's hard to say. Can you remember one stellar Tyler Lockett play ever
from today's game?
No, just all time.
Oh, absolutely. I've had him on my fantasy team like 2 of the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So yes, he's made a lot of plays. There were times where him and DK Metcalf, it was who was going to have the game, either him or Metcalf. They would never do it together. Rarely.
Yeah, never do it together.
They would never both go for over 100 yards and each have a touchdown. One of them would have 9 catches, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. The other one had 3 catches and a bag of dildos.
Yeah. Well, my point is what I was trying to make is you never hear anyone talk about Tyler Lockett and how good he is, and he's already he's getting close to a veteran status, and he's still
Oh, absolutely. I
putting
would
up.
consider him a veteran for sure.
Yeah, he's still putting up great fucking numbers, and he always did that ever since he was his younger
He's got
days
to
in
be one of the
Seattle.
longest tenured
Oh yeah,
players
yeah,
getting up there. I'd say that he's probably in the top 10 longest tenured players on his team.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was drafted in 2015 by Seattle. So
yeah, they don't have many people left from 2015. He might be the longest tenured player.
yeah, he was in the Legion of Boom days, where Richard Sherman, me and Richard Sherman would get into arguments on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Where he actually blocked one of my buddies because Richard Sherman is an overrated corner.
Oh, he committed the softest move in all of internet entertainment.
Yeah.
The block.
The block. Oh yeah. Yeah, he would get torched all the time on Twitter and just block everybody.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams that don't block, the Carolina Panthers, another team that lets up a lot of sack yards.
Hey, they shot out to a quick 14-0 lead. Early.
They did, but then after that, they just decided to not show up anymore.
Yeah, Bryce Young had his first 0 turnover game though.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's an improvement for him, and he finished the game, so that's good. Because his durability is also in question.
Well, because no one blocks for him too.
No, not at all. Not at all. No.
I mean, today
someone who does get blocks. Tua had 3 touchdowns. And his primary receiver, Tyreek Hill, this dude is so incredible. He wows me every week. He's 6 163 and a touchdown and a backflip with someone's phone in his hand.
Yeah.
He's going to pay a big fine. He doesn't care. He says he's only doing this one time. He's living for the memories. So whatever that fine cost, it was well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, they're fun to watch.
They're very fun to watch. No Achian, how do you pronounce his name?
Achan.
He's out for 4 to 6 weeks. I think he's in the IR.
Monster still had a huge game.
Monster had a fucking great game. Goes to show that they distribute the ball evenly. Everyone knows how to step up in this game. Jalen Waddle came up and scored another touchdown. And did you see the Miami Dolphins owner doing the Waddle?
No, I didn't.
Good, don't. It was fucking. Cool. It was one of those things where, like, dude, just an old guy, just doing the waddle.
No,
yeah, it's like, hello, fellow kids. Like, come on, dude, don't do that. But yeah, the Chuba Hubbard, he looked pretty good. 19 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. He finally, he's coming up to live his name of being a running back number 1, which is great. Adam Thielen, another great game from him. 11 receptions, 115 yards, 1 touchdown. He's looking like the wide receiver 1 that he was once when he was with the Vikings. So the Panthers have a lot of upside. Their defense just letting too much up. That's really what it comes down to is they're scoring points. I mean, they scored 21 points. Like you said, they came up pretty quick against in the beginning 14-0 versus the Dolphins in the beginning of the game, which they can score points. Their defense it's hard to catch up when your defense is averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. So, but Miami on the flip side, the number one receiving team, number 1 rushing team, it's fun, but their weakness is the defense as well.
Hey, next Sunday night we'll see what's up. They play the Eagles.
Yes. Which that should be a banger. That should be a banger. A game that was not a banger was the Sunday Night Football that just ended a little while ago.
Man. Oh, that was a fart in church.
That was no shit. No shit. Daniel Jones didn't play. He had a case of pussyitis. and
I think he has a neck injury.
yeah, well, he got sacked 16 times in the last 2 games.
Yeah, by big meaty men.
Yeah, slapping his meat. Saquon Barkley came back today, which huge overhaul. He had 24 carries, 93 yards, which is great for them. But Tyrod Taylor, he's a below mid quarterback. He's always been that way, and I don't think anyone expected the Giants to even make a competitive against the Buffalo Bills, but somehow they did. The Buffalo Bills didn't look sharp at all. Josh Allen looked like shit. He had 19 for 30, 169 yards for 2 touchdowns and 1 INT. It was a bad, like on TV, it was a bad game. It was not Sunday night calendar.
Giants going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah.
The Giants, and obviously Aaron Rodgers' injury changed things, but the Jets they're just getting way too many primetime games.
Yeah.
These early season primetime games based on either expectations or what they think is going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about this ad nauseum so far. It should be an earlier flex in the season. I think after 4 weeks, if a team is shit, they should not be on primetime.
Yeah, I agree. It needs to stop.
Needs to stop.
But unfortunately, because the NFL is ran like a business, those are the teams that bring in the most ratings. Unfortunately, so no matter what you and I say, it's not going to happen because the rating sluts. That's why they keep having fucking Taylor Swift on the fucking TV because they got all those Swifties adding to the ratings.
Well, if that was the case, the Chiefs would be in every primetime game.
The Chiefs actually don't bring in ratings as much as the Giants do, which is weird. You would think they do, but they don't. The most watched teams are the Cowboys, the Giants, the Steelers, and the Niners, which is crazy. And it's as popular as the Chiefs are. They're not even. I think they're in the top 10, but not in the top 5. Which is what which is what the NFL goes by. So they don't care. They just want to make their money. We're still going to watch.
Yeah, no, that's true.
We can complain all the fuck we want. They don't give a fuck. I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean, whether I see the game at 8:20 or watching it at 4:05, I'm still going to see it.
It's like you and I've been watching wrestling since we were kids, and that shit's fucking garbage. But we still fucking watch it. Now even more.
Every week.
So we could complain all we want, but it's not going to change. Stephon Diggs had 10 receptions for 100 yards, which is weird. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have exactly 100 yards in a long time.
Yeah, 10 for 100.
10 for 100.
Yeah, that looks, yeah. He also had 16 targets, though, so it was 6 other times either Josh Allen made a bad throw or he just didn't catch it.
If I remember correctly, Josh Allen didn't overthrew, and there was times where Stephon Diggs was double covered. So a little mixture of both.
Anytime Josh Allen has a bad throwing game, they go, "Oh, it was windy. It was windy in Buffalo. It was windy. You don't understand the Buffalo wind." And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I've never heard of this wind you speak of.
Yeah, because it magically just lifts the ball even higher.
No, don't get me wrong. If there's a 20+ mile an hour wind in any direction, throwing the ball, yeah, that makes a difference. I don't know if you've ever thrown a football at the beach and you have the wind with you and you have it against you.
Yeah, no, yeah. I live in the desert.
I also, well. I also don't have a laser rocket right arm like Josh Allen does. So.
This game was total ass. Even the announcers, Tirico and Collinsworth, were just having a hard time coming up with interesting things to talk about because there was really nothing. There was nothing to talk about.
I think sometime in the fourth quarter, he's like, "Hey, bud, did you know that the Buffalo wings originated in Buffalo?" Yeah, like it got that bad.
And they're not made from Buffalo, which blows my mind. They're made from chicken.
Oh,
Who'd have thought? One thing that did happen, Damian Harris took a nasty hit,
yeah.
fucked up his neck,
You see, the
and
Damar Hamlin mobile came to pick him up.
yeah, that dude. When I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, that sucks. even,
Yeah.
even the announcers were like, I could see, you could see it in their, you could hear it in their voices where they're like, and here's the ambulance carrying the they didn't know what to say when it had the number 3 in the back.
Yeah,
It
it said
was
Hamlin 3.
yeah.
They're like, here's the Hamlin 3 brigade. They're like, yeah, let's remind this horrible injury, which which is great because he gave the thumbs up, and
Yeah,
like once he got to the hospital, he had feeling in his arms and legs. That's awesome.
which is great, awesome for him.
But I found it really hard not to. I'm not going to say laugh or chuckle, but just go, the fuck? When the
Yeah.
Hamlin mobile pulled up to pick him up and take him to the local medical facility. I was like, what in the WWE is this shit? You know, it's like, you know, when Braun Strowman would flip over an ambulance and have Braun Strowman on the side of it or something. Some dumb shit.
Oh, I'm laughing so much I had to cough. Oh, jeez. I need a water break real quick. Yeah, it was when I saw it, I just sat there and I'm like, Jesus Christ, no, they didn't. No, they fucking did. Why would you do that? Why would you have, and I get it, you want to honor the guy. The guy fucking died for like a second on the field. I get it. But to have the fucking Hamlin mobile out there, I get, if you want to have it just for show, like, hey, you know, this is the ambulance that, you know, that carried him out, cool. But to use the same repeating the same thing with the ambulance out there, that's very cringe, man.
Yeah, it was not a good look.
It was not a good look, especially because that hit was kind of nasty. No one knew. I mean, that guy should have, you know, he could have had his neck broken. The another player that could have died in that same fucking field. But yeah, it felt very tasteless. I know they're trying to honor him, but it just felt very, very forced and tasteless.
It didn't look good.
It didn't look good at all. So yeah, that was a shit game to witness. Let's see here, the Saints in Houston. CJ Stroud threw his first interception of the season after breaking the record for continuous attempts without an interception, which is great, good for the kid. Great for the kid. But the Saints, on the other hand, another person who shouldn't be throwing the football 50 times is Derek Carr.
No.
Alvin Kamara, he's just a shell of his former self. He's not playing like the Alvin Kamara old. That Saints, the thing with the Saints is that we're so used to, at least in my opinion, we're so used to thinking Saints and Drew Brees and thinking it's going to be a fun game when we watch the Saints. There, it's not. Drew Brees is gone.
It sucks watching the Saints.
Yeah, Drew Brees is gone. I don't want to see the Saints on TV. With Slant Boy out there catching passes, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave just decides to show up this time. 7 catches, 96 yards.
He picks and chooses his spots.
Yeah, 100%. He's like fucking.
He's like a veteran wrestler.
I was just gonna say he's John Cena.
Yeah, he picks and chooses his spots. He hits them with the 5 moves of doom, and he gets the fuck out of there.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. Doesn't even finish. Doesn't even. Yeah, it's just the Saints. I can't even tell you who the head coach is with the Saints because I don't know.
Dennis Allen.
Who?
Dennis Allen.
Who?
Denise Allen.
I don't know who Dennis Allen is.
I think I can help you guys out with this Pan Pam dilemma.
Oh shit! Yeah, the the Saints started off hot, really hot. And, I like Derek Carr. Don't get me wrong. I think Derek Carr is severely, severely underrated for what he is, but you have to come up with something better for him. Make him successful. All these coaches, you know, they 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 treat Derek Carr like shit. And he has a reputation for being a fragile person, a pushover, so I can definitely see that, but come on, man. Like, you guys got to step it up for Derek Carr. He's a pretty good quarterback, and he gets the shit into the stick a lot of times. So,
I agree.
let's see. I'm pulling up stats for fucking Dennis Allen right now because I really didn't know who this guy was, but he was the defensive coordinator for the Saints from 2015 to 2021. Huh. Good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Good for him. But yeah, nothing too excited about the Houston Texans New Orleans Saints game.
No. Hey, one thing I got is for the Houston Texans is they're a promising franchise.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good pieces in place, good key pieces in place for the future. Mm-hmm. Stroud looks good. DeMeco Ryans is a head coach. I've always liked that guy. I liked him as a player.
Yep, me too.
And he comes across like he just knows his stuff. He's another one of those guys that when he speaks, he looks like he commands respect from everyone around him, and you want to run through a wall for him.
Yeah, agreed. And these guys do look like they'll do that for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because CJ Stroud's numbers don't look great. 13 for 27, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
They got a W though.
But they got the W.
They got the W.
That's the George W.
Remember what Lamar said? He didn't give a shit about your prop bet.
He don't give a shit about your prop bets.
I want wins.
Well,
I don't give a damn if my favorite team wins the Super Bowl every year and they win every game 3-0.
Yeah.
And they're all snooze fest. Yeah, I just want to win. I want wins. And whatever you're doing out there on the field to produce W's, do it. If it means you pulling the weight, so be it. If it means someone else carrying the slack 1 week, awesome.
See, in my point of view, is you guys winning doesn't mean shit to me. Even if my team wins, I love the Colts and I got to see them win a championship, but it doesn't do shit for me. I want to fucking bet some money, and I think once you guys get the privilege out there in wherever fucking South you are, South Carolina, right?
Yes.
Once you get the privilege of betting, then you will understand my pain, chat.
Oh no! I agree. I agree. When we get the legalized gambling, I can do all the overseas sites, but
and it's funny because that's the common consensus. Just going back to the Lamar comment, the common consensus is the people who can't bet are the ones that are like, yeah, you go ahead and win, but the ones who do bet, it's like, fuck you, dude, win me some money.
Yeah, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say something, but now I'll text you what I was gonna say. But Nico Collins
we've been canceled like 7 times. You gotta calm down with that shit. This is our 8th episode, and we're averaging a cancellation per episode.
We're -8 right now.
Yeah, dude. Our cancellation to non-cancellation ratio is not good.
We're like the Desmond Ritter of the podcast world. Nico Collins had 4 receptions for 80 yards, which is fucking stud.
Yeah, that guy's gonna be something good for them.
That connection is
they're young.
Is great.
They're young talent. Their young key talent isn't even in the prime yet.
No.
So what they're doing now, you give them a couple years to mesh together, and you get comfortable with each other. The sky's endless for the Texans. For the first time in a while, I honestly see their program on the up.
Yeah, me too. And I'm not a fan of them because they're in the division with my team, but they are coming up, and it's great to see because they've been a shit franchise for a very, very long time.
Very long time.
Very long time. Last game we need to review is last week or this past Monday's Packers versus Raider game.
Yeah, oh shit, I forgot about that thing. I can tell you one thing:
Yeah,
Devontae Adams didn't do shit.
yeah. You know why I forgot about this game too? Because no one cares about the Raiders and Packers
No.
like they used to. I saw someone post on Instagram, a Packer fan, that says he spent $3,200 for flights, tickets, the game, merch to go see Jordan Love suck at football.
Damn.
I know that a few weeks ago we were saying that everyone's in love and making puns and all this shit. People are still behind him, but people are slowly moving away from Jordan Love. He does not look good. I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't. It
don't.
wasn't. He didn't look all that impressive.
I don't know what. I don't know what did it for him, but he does not look good out there. Now I'm still
I
blaming.
mean,
I'm
it
still
doesn't help. He's missing his all-star left tackle, all-pro.
well. He's never had him, so it doesn't really matter at
Yeah,
this point,
yeah.
right?
True.
So
Good point. Good
but
point.
what I'm saying is like my argument has always been Matt LaFleur's play calling is fucking horrendous. Because if you go back to that game, uh, the Packers only rushed the ball 25 times in that game. Now, AJ Dillon had 20 rushes, but they don't rush at the proper time. You know, everyone has a set script, if you will, where how they play. You know, every single down. Most people rush on the first down. Most people rush. Some of those rush on the second down. These guys will go pass, rush, pass, rush, pass. And it's Jordan Love isn't established yet as a fucking passer. AJ Dillon's a great fucking running back. Like, give him the ball
Got some big
more.
legs.
Yeah.
They call him Quadzilla.
Yeah. So, Jordan Love, and the Packers had a bye this week, so we're covering because we changed our dynamic and how we're covering these games week to week now. But 16 passes for 30 attempts, 182 yards for Jordan Love. That's not going to do it, especially against the fucking team like the Raiders. Man, come on. The Raiders are a pushover team. Raiders have no business, being, 2-2, at that point they're 2-3. They just don't have any business.
No, it's not good.
No, not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week's game, tomorrow's game is going to be the Cowboys versus the Chargers, which it's like yay, another primetime game that I don't want to watch.
Hoping the Cowboys lose, and can't wait to see how the Fighting Staleys are going to blow it or try to blow it.
Yeah. I saw a interesting stat.
Who's going to suck last?
Who's going to suck the most? And yeah, you're right. Who's going to suck last? Because the last one to suck is going to
last team to not touch the ball is going to suck balls. Probably.
Let me pull up that game real quick because there is a stat that I wanted to share.
Talking about Dak Sucknuts? Is that his name?
That's Sucknuts.
Yeah,
oh,
Dak
man.
Sucknuts.
I'm seeing more and more people on the internets giving up on Dak Prescott. Not that it matters, but it's crazy how the fan base is just so fucking toxic. I hate them.
I hate their guts.
Yeah. But the Chargers,
they all get fucked in the ass because they're all wearing assless chaps.
the Chargers, let's see. The Chargers are, let me see here. They're 2-2
Yeah, they're
going to
2-2.
this
They're
game.
coming off a bye, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare for this.
Yeah.
What we thought was a vaunted defense, but that
Yep.
got exposed last week,
Yep.
and it also got exposed by the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. The Chargers are 5 points from being undefeated. So they're losing the games. The games
If
that
my
they're
aunt
winning.
had nuts, she'd be my uncle.
Well, what the point that I was trying to make though is like they're losing these very very tight games and they're winning tight games, and it goes back to like what we were talking about earlier with the Buccaneers or with the Commanders, where like we don't know who this team is yet because they can't get their shit together. They should have won against Miami. They should have won against Tennessee, and I mean, I'm rooting for them versus the Cowboys because I don't want to see the Cowboys win. Nobody
No,
wants to see
the
the
Cowboys
Cowboys
get
win.
stomped.
But what I like, they're on paper they're a great team, the Chargers, but they just figure out how to fucking shit the bed every single time, and it's fucking frustrating. I couldn't imagine being a Charger fan like this. I rather know my team sucks as opposed to having high hopes that my team's going to win and fucking lose all the time.
Yeah,
That's my 2 cents.
I'm with you there.
So I don't know. This is going to be the Chargers are giving up 433 yards, averaging rush yards allowed through their defense. So look out for the Cowboys scoring a lot of points on this game.
Other than Tony Pollard, I hope he rushes for 700 yards and I win my fantasy somehow. Other than that, I hope the Cowboys lose by 1,000 points.
Yeah. You and everyone else that's not a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, two things with the Cowboys. I like when they suck, and I like watching their fans cry and their tears. The tears, they taste so good.
It tastes so good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all for football. Today was not. I didn't feel like it was an exciting time for football today. It was kind of bland.
Yeah, it was kind of bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a couple here and there's, but the 1 o'clock window, most of the games were boring. And like once you got to the third quarter, it was not exciting. Most of them, there wasn't many one-score games. A couple of them ended up being one-score games, but the score wasn't indicative of actually how the game played out.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was your overall day of football. Your overall average. So excuse me. I mean, it wasn't a bad day of football. It wasn't a great day of football. Yeah. But hey, what it was, dude, it's football. I love football. I don't care what happens. Every game could have been a 9-3 snooze fest, and I still would have loved it.
That's true.
I love football. Football is shit. I get pumped I started counting down the days to the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, like I get pumped for the Hall of Fame game. Once the Hall of Fame game comes on, I'm like, it's on. It's on. Let's do this.
Tis the season.
4 months. Every Sunday, 7 hours of commercial-free football starting now.
Yeah, those are the best words anyone can hear.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's move on to who did you have for your winners this week, Chet?
Yeah, I got 3 winners this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who'd you got?
My first winner is the Houston Texans' future. It looks bright. CJ Stroud, he looks like a legitimate great pick they made at quarterback. He looks like an NFL stud. You give this guy a couple years, I think he's going to be phenomenal. And you got him paired up with D'Amico Ryans, we spoke about earlier. He just seems like a guy people want to rally around and play for.
Yeah.
Yes, he has this young team, 3-3, second place in the division. The future's bright for the Houston Texans. My second winner of the week, I have old man Adam Thielen. 33-year-old Adam Thielen out of Minnesota State. Came out of nowhere. Had all those great years with the Minnesota Vikings. But his last couple years, his productivity diminished. And a lot of people wondered, when he went to Carolina, would anything improve? I didn't
Yeah.
think so. So far, he has 49 catches for 509 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and he only had 730 yards last year to all
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, he's big time. He's coming up clutch for him,
Yep.
especially for an offense that doesn't have that many weapons for him at 33 years old. Being a white wide receiver in this day and age, that's something. You know us whites, we can't run fast. So.
Cue the Stone Cold audio. We need to get one of those.
yeah. Every white wide receiver's got 2 knee braces and they're playing in Jordans. But for my biggest winner of the week,
yeah,
and this is kind of a running trend somewhat, is the Dolphins' offense. They're sick. The Mostert Tua Hill combination this week.
Yeah.
I mean, Mostert has 9 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns. He leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns currently.
Yeah.
And not to mention the other guy in their backfield who just went on IR is probably statistically the second best running back in the NFL with his numbers.
Yeah.
As a rookie.
Is a rookie.
They have a thick backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So Mostert had 34 fantasy points in a PPR league, and you put that with Tua and Hill, who both had 29.
Yeah.
Those numbers spell disaster for that offense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For any defense facing that offense, excuse me, it's not going to be good. I think they looked incredible, and the problem with them is defensively, will they be able to get off the field? They're not going to be able to keep this up every game. They're going to have some low-scoring games where they're just going to have to tough it out.
Yeah.
And go on a drive late in the fourth quarter. But as it stands right now, they really haven't had to deal with that other than that Bills loss. So the Dolphins' offense looks promising. Once again, they're another winner for old Chet Von Chetsky.
Yeah.
Who'd you have for winners this week, bud?
One of them is similar because I keep doing research, and I just I'm a stat nerd. Okay, I'm a stat whore. I like pulling up stats and stupid FYIs and things like that. And one of the things that I wanted to have on my winners list today was with the Dolphins, Coach Mike McDaniel. So when I was looking into him, he used to be a ball boy for the Denver Broncos. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that.
So he started off his coaching career with the Denver Broncos as a coaching intern. Okay. When he applied, when he was the offensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, he applied for the vacant position of the Denver Broncos in 2021 or 2022 because they hired Hackett. The Broncos didn't even give him an interview. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And he's the most exciting. He leads the most exciting team on the NFL right now.
He's so fun.
He's so fun to watch. He's so fun as a character.
He talks a lot of shit, very passive aggressively too.
Yes, and I love that shit because we're in an era where, well, the NFL has always been a respectful era with the head coaches. You know, they shake hands after the game and things like that, and you have to say something nice at the end of the game. Mike McDaniel he's basically if you or I were a coach. He's just one of the guys. And I think that's a winner in my book.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
he's great for the league.
He's great for the league because he's setting a trend that I hope more people follow.
Yeah, we don't need all these Ebenezer Scrooge Belichick's running around.
Right? We need more fun.
Pick up your ass
because of the no fun league that it's called right now. At least we're not going to get fun on the field. Let's get it on the sidelines at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
My number 2 is the New York Jets defense with what they were able to do versus the Philadelphia Push My Ass Club.
Sirianni,
Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah.
Just what they were able to do against Jalen Hurts and that boring ass offense was phenomenal, and that team is rallying to what we hope, at least I hope, to see Aaron Rodgers make a final push in the playoffs, kind of like Peyton Manning did with the Brock Osweilers in the 2015 or
The
20.
Fighting Brock Osweilers.
Yeah, when they went to the Super Bowl, so that'll be cool. That they have my number two, winner of the week. My last one. This one was a little bit difficult because this week was kind of bland. But I'm gonna
mid.
I don't even say mid, man. It was kind of just it was boring as fuck. Nothing really excited happened. But I'm going to give my kudos out for my number 3 winner to the opposite side of this Jets game in AJ Brown. AJ Brown's a fucking stud. Like I mentioned, he broke the Philly record for most games, consecutive games with 120 yards catching, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get another random drug testing.
He's a man amongst boys.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster, man. So those are my 3 winners for the week. Who do you have here for your top teams of the week?
Who do I have for my top teams?
Your top teams.
My top teams.
Your toppity top.
Yeah, to tippy top. All right.
If you like some top, let me hear it.
Yeah. You're not gonna like my bottom. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, I don't like anyone's bottom unless you're a female.
All right, at number 5, I have the Kansas City referees.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Offense, it's really their defense. Their offense has not been impressive, but their defense looks stout.
Yeah, especially when they throw those yellow flags, they look great.
Yeah, especially when they have that 12th man wearing the Foot Locker costume. Yeah. Once they put that stud on the field, they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you throw Taylor Swift in the mix,
it's
Super Bowl or bust.
Super Bowl or bust.
But at 4, I have the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense is impeccable. Okay. Their defense is going to need to show me something in a big game. They got one this Sunday night against my number 3 team, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia douchebags. And I'm talking about their fans. Yeah, they're the number 3 team. Yes, they lost this week.
Yeah.
But they are still 5-1, leading their division. One loss does not define a team. Their offense has not looked like it did last year, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Explosive. But like you just said, they still have A.J. Brown. They still have Jalen Hurts. They still have Devonta Smith. Swift, if he shows up, they could be unstoppable. We'll see. And number 2, I got my new favorite NFC squad, the Fighting Dan Campbells. I wanted to put them at number 1, but you'll hear the reasons why I kept the number 1 team. Mm-hmm. But Dan Campbell's team, everyone, like we said, wants to run through a wall for this man. They look good on both sides of the ball. Jared Goff looks like a new man out there. Ever since he left the Rams, they're firing on all cylinders. Amon Ra St. Brown. I can't even say his damn name. He is a beast.
Yeah.
He came back this week from injury. Huge game. And at number 1, I still couldn't take him out of the number 1 spot, even though they lost today. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, best team. They lost 2 of their best offensive weapons. If they're not out for extended periods, I don't see this loss affecting this team in the long run. They're going to bounce back. They have the studs on both sides of the ball to do it, even if those guys are injured. It really depends on Brock Purdy just cannot play like he did today. He cannot have a half-ass game.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my top 5 for the week. Who you got, buddy?
My top 5 is similar to yours, just in a tad bit different order. My number 5 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Just mostly because I put them on the 5, even though they just lost. They took their first L today. They're the top. They're a top team, but they're just not fun to watch. The brotherly shove is, as it's the more and more it's being pointed out on social media and
the penis in your anus.
Yeah, on ESPN and Fox, it just looks cheap in my opinion. And No one else is doing it because no one else wants to win that way. But a win's a win, and they're getting it done. So I have them set for my number five, my number five spot. My number four spot, I have the Detroit Fighting Campbells, and everything you just said times 100, because there's no sense of repeating ourselves with great comments. So my number three would be the Kansas City Refs, because they're winning close games, and unfortunately the close games that they're winning are, again, because of their defense, and their offense is getting bailed out like a motherfucker. One play, if you saw on that was making its rounds on social media, it's that Patrick Mahomes scramble for like 10 yards for the first down, where that defender comes in, and instead of trying to block Mahomes, he blocks the wide receiver. Did you see that play?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It said something like when the NFL script
Yeah,
dictates the Chiefs score or something.
So and I know we're nitpicking here, and it's not, the NFL isn't scrambled. As of right now, we haven't seen any concrete evidence. Not scrambled, scripted, but it's just things like that makes you wonder about the stupid shit. The next one that I have, my number two, is the Miami Dolphins. They're just fucking great. The defense is still the shaky part, but goddamn, if we get a Miami Dolphins versus my number one team right now, the San Francisco 49ers, that would be a great fucking Super Bowl. Number one defense versus the number one offense would be amazing. And I'm in the same boat as you. The loss today, I don't think it means anything all that much. I think it actually puts perspective in the eyes of the 49ers and lets them know that you still have to work hard and make sure that you're prepared for every single game out there, and also hopefully the backups, the people need to step up, and if your star player comes up, you got to play almost as capacity as them to make sure that your team is still winning. So those are my top five.
Excellent top five, sir.
For the week. Yeah, just a little bit different, but yeah, it's a common consensus. I think everyone should probably going to have those guys in the top five. What about on the flip end? Who are your losers of the week?
Oh, who got shit into the stick?
Well, let me ask you this. Aside from the Bears, who are your other losers of the week?
Oh, on my losers?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even put the Bears. I had other losers this week.
What? There's no way.
Yeah. It's I can do the Bears every week.
Yeah.
I figure I'd give somebody else some love or hate, however you want to look at it.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. Third loser, I have Mac Jones / Bill Belichick.
Okay.
Action in New England. Mac Jones leads the NFL in turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
He came into this game on a short leash. They had Malik Cunningham, quarterback out of Louisville. He's dual threat, plays wide receiver / quarterback for him on the practice squad. They brought him up just for Mac Jones to lose to two former New England Patriots quarterbacks who were shipped out of town, Jimmy G and Brian Hoyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I love the fact that the Patriots are 1-5. You're going to be on my losers list for a long time.
Yeah.
If you continue the way you continue to play the way you're playing, you're going to be a perennial loser. And that's all you can ask from a perennial winner for the past 20 years that you're tired of seeing on the TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that works out for me. My number two loser is injuries in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're going to happen. Yes, every game someone's going to be nicked up. But, man, the injury is hitting some big names. From week to week, there's big names going down. This week, you have Deebo Samuel, McCaffrey going down. Fields with his hand / pussy. Not sure what happened there. News starting the day. Richardson could be season-ending surgery. Who knows what's happening there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just from week one, Aaron Rodgers, week two, Nick Chubb, week three, Mike Williams, just big names are going down left and right. So I feel bad for these guys. At least you know that every week they're $100,000 plus check is going to clear. So they got that going for them. But, I hate for them. They bust their ass all year long to get ready for the season.
For sure.
And, to not even be 1/3 of the way through the season, to be out for the season, it's got to be a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into this. But speaking of someone who looked like they weren't putting blood, sweat, and tears into shit, Desmond Ridder of the Atlanta Falcons. My biggest loser of the week. Because week in, week out, his job security is on the line. The fans in Atlanta want him gone. I do not live far from them. There's a lot of Falcons fans around here. They do not like Desmond Ridder.
Really? Wow.
They can't wait to get rid of him. Yeah. I mean, he had 3 back-breaking interceptions. He had 3 different chances, down 8 points, and did jack shit.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, it was corny as fuck, just like Desmond Ridder is. And you got Tyler Heineke, a Washington football team reject. He's waiting in the wings, waiting for his second chance at glory. That
was great.
I've had to watch the Falcons every week my entire life because they're in the market, so I'm so sick of them. So when something's not going their way, I love to point it out. Desmond Ridder, you're not going to last long there. And Arthur Smith, I don't know if he's a solution. He looks like a raper. He looks like a raper.
What the fuck?
I'm not kidding. So I can't take the man seriously as a head coach. When they show him, he looks like someone that Chris Hansen had recently interviewed.
He looks like if you have Chat GPT and say, paint me a picture, design a rapist that's been on To Catch a Predator, and you get this guy's face.
You get the same results if you set it into Chat GPT.
That's so stupid. That's the dumbest
That's
thing.
the new technology. So it's Chat GPT.
Man!
If you want to know, all you have to do is ask it what players to not play in your fantasy lineup, and it will give you proven losers.
Oh man, that's great.
Chat GPT coming to you at an app store near you.
That's fucking great. That's great. That gave me.
Those are my losers. Who you got, brother?
That's great. It gives me an idea.
Nice.
From my losers, I'm trying not to go the lazy route on this, but one of my I only have 2 losers, 2 categories.
2 losers in the Bears.
Well, I'm gonna go your route too, and not pick the Bears because.
Oh, okay.
But my first loser is gonna be Russell fucking Wilson.
Oh, what a loser!
What a fucking loser. We covered it. We keep covering every single week. It's a big topic out there, and how he just he goes out there, plays like ass, and then he comes out and acts like he just won the fucking Super Bowl. His cockiness is still out there, like it's like he's the baddest man on the fucking planet, still thinking he can cook, but he can't cook for shit. And
Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's ride. Go ride off a fucking cliff, my guy. Like, Jesus Christ. Everyone's over him. I was telling my buddies, like, once his career's over, I can see his life falling apart. Losing his fucking hot ass wife, Ciara. She's fucking gorgeous. Yeah. Losing.
I mean, I can totally see him coming out as gay after his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. He looks like, yeah. Anyways,
there's nothing wrong with that, folks. But
no.
Russell Wilson, you never saw the end of the commercial. He goes, "Let's ride, dick." Yeah, they cut it off right there.
The NFL, the NFL doesn't.
It's the Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride some dick.
Then he goes, dick.
It's like, hey, what's your idea for your slogan?
Yeah.
Let's Broncos country. Let's ride dick.
Broncos country, Brokeback Mountain. Let's ride dick.
Wait, Russell, we can't put that on there. Can we condense that a little bit? Broncos country. Let's fucking suck dick. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Riding is better. Let's keep it to riding. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck riding horses. I ride cowboys.
Fucking in reverse.
Yeah. You ever done reverse cowboy?
on a real cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking great. Uh, my other loser was just week 6 in general. I know I said it through the whole podcast, and I'm not trying to be lazy, folks, but this week was just ass for fucking games. Every single game out there was not exciting, in my opinion. Even the Colts game, like I said, they were my team trying to rally back. It wasn't exciting. I wasn't excited to watch anything today, and I've been watching every single week since I was 7 years old, and I could say firmly this is probably one of the weeks that I just did not care about any football that was played out there today.
And I watched the whole season with no fans.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And that season was fun.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't nothing else to do.
Well,
Literally.
what I liked about it was you can hear everything on the field.
Yeah.
All the audibles, all the shit they were talking. It was fucking great. But yeah, I only had those two because if I would have put a whole list of losers, I'd have fucking one for every fucking team out here that could have.
I have to buy a lot of notebooks.
Yeah, exactly. So those are my losers. What about for your bottom 5 teams?
Bottom 5 teams. Yeah.
Bottom 5.
Yeah. Cellar dwellers.
Cellar dwellers. Yeah. Below
At number 28 in the NFL, I have the Arizona Cardinals, the hapless Cardinals. Like we said earlier, they might be moving on from Kyler Murray. Maybe they'll get some good draft capital out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Maybe.
But with the ownership there, it's not looking bright. At number 29, I have the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Please. I hope I get to move them lower on the list next week. There's nothing I like better than the Patriots sucking.
Yeah. And
2 things in this world that I enjoy: Baltimore and Philly and Boston fans losing in any sport. Any one of those 3 fan bases losing in their favorite sports makes me happy. Puts a big grin on my face. At 30, I have the hapless Broncos. They're not good.
No.
At all. We just trashed Russell Wilson. There's not much more to say.
Mm-hmm.
At 31, we have the Bears.
The Bears.
And the Bears still suck. They're going to continue to suck. And they will, until my number 32 team wins a game, the Bears will just be 31.
Mm-hmm.
And at 32, I have the Carolina Pink Panthers. 0-6. Frank Wright squad's off to a sizzling start down there in Charlotte, Queen City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's part of it all. This complete suckage does not yield them the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Because that goes to the Chicago Bears, which is why the Bears will continue to be ranked 1 spot higher than the Panthers on the bottom of the totem pole, just because they own their pick if they continue to lose.
Yeah.
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 So the Bears' future is brighter in that instance. A team starting off with 1 and 2 in the draft, that's pretty incredible.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great for not being great.
Yeah, that's pretty good for being shitty.
Yeah.
Who's your bottom 5, my guy?
Oh, bottom 5. It's harder to pick a bottom 5 than a top 5. Isn't it? And
yeah.
It's
I mean, three of the bottom 5 are pretty easy.
Yeah, but like
and then the other 2, it's kind of a
it's a toss up.
Yeah.
Because I can't decide who's worse. The New York Giants or the Chicago Bears.
The New York, I don't know how to play football Giants.
Yeah. Or the Chicago fucking Teddy Bears.
Yeah.
It's so close. But I'm just going to go based on the point differential on this pick. But I would say my number 28 will be the New York Giants. They can't do a damn thing right now. From paying their fucking shitty ass quarterback, not even the top 15 quarterback, $40 million a year. He can't do a damn shit. Saquon Barkley is losing his best prime years out there. So Giants, if you watch the game tonight, folks, the Sunday Night Football game, Dabo fucking can't coach for shit right now. Trying to run the ball.
I have an interesting tidbit about the Giants though that I found out today.
What's that? Tell me.
I found out from a friend online that I am the doppelganger to Dayball. There was a picture posted of me and a picture posted of Dayball, and it had the meme of Pam Halpert from The Office going, "What's the difference? Where's the difference?"
Yeah.
And yeah. So, and I agree. I look just like that son. I could probably coach better than him too.
You probably could. When I saw that picture, I'm like, why is this posted twice? But
yeah.
And
then I made one of my own.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah,
and it was pretty spot on. But yeah, that's my number 28. My number 29. I give it to the Arizona Cardinals. They seem to start off great, but they can't finish the game. You know, they beat the Cowboys, which is they're probably going to be their highest point of the season, and that's pretty much it for them, in my opinion. Then my number 30, I'll have the New England Patriots because they're just fucking god awful to watch. I don't know. Without being a Patriots fan, I don't know how someone can stay and watch a New England Patriot game. You know what I mean? Unless your team is unless the Patriots are playing your team, but someone who has no interest in either teams that are playing the Patriots or the Patriots themselves, I don't know how you watch that game.
Dude, they showed them on Red Zone like 6 times a day. That was it.
Yeah, and it wasn't their.
It was like it didn't even happen.
Yeah, they were before today's game. They were averaging 11 points a game. So yeah, my number 31 is the Denver fucking Broncos because again, what hasn't been said about them that has been said about them before.
Broncos country, let's ride.
They are hot garbage.
Yeah.
Even the internet's picking up about Sean Payton being ass, and it was all Drew Brees in the Saints.
It was all a ruse, dude.
And who's been saying that for the last 3-4 weeks? That dude Ben has been saying that, and now the internet. Who Bencio? Now that internet's catching up, so you heard it here first.
Who that? Who Ben?
Who that? Yeah. And then the last one, and that's just because they have an O to their record, and is the
Big Donuts.
It's the 0-6 Carolina Pink Panthers.
Yes.
So that concludes our football coverage, I would say, unless you got something else going on, Chet.
No. All I got is that's all I got for the week.
All right, so to end the football recap of Sofa King's Smarks, we'd like
it is a mouthful, ladies and gentlemen. It is a mouthful over here into these parts.
Yeah, I was just trying to add a little more drama to it. Little more suspense to it.
Yeah.
But we like to do a little thing called some pick'ems. I
like to do poke'ems too.
I like poke him too. But
poke him, poke her. I don't care.
Oh, I don't know about him. I don't like poking him. I don't like touching people in general.
I don't like poker either. I'm not good at cards.
I love poker. Fun fact, I was invited to play in the World Series of Poker once upon a time.
I played in the World Series once too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like an MLB The Show?
Killer, dude.
That's what I was
Our
going
squad
for.
was great that year.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you got for the
that's
pick'ems, my guy?
what I got for the pick'ems. Let's see here. So for this week's pick'ems, let's backtrack for last week. How do you think you did last week for the pick'ems?
I
Which
am going to. Do you want me to guess how many total confidence points I accumulated?
no, just without the confidence points because that's more for us.
I'm gonna say I probably went 4-2 on my picks.
4-2.
Yeah.
We actually had the same picks across the board, and we actually got just one wrong
Oh, five
together.
and one.
We went 5-1, yes sir. Let's see here.
Who
So
had the dumber lost confidence points?
that's what I'm rattling up. But we all had we both of us had Green Bay winning that game against the Raiders.
Ah,
So
those rat
that's
bastards.
those rat bastards. That's the one that we both got wrong.
Green Bay
But
Fudge Packers.
the Green Bay Fudge Packers. But I will say with confidence that I am the winner of last week with
Son of a bitch.
14 confidence points with the pick'ems. I beat you just by one,
Ah,
which is not bad. But this is why I like to do the confidence points
yeah,
because
no, that makes it better.
we
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
we have we think alike too much. So for this week, we have the Cowboys at Chargers, which is tomorrow's game. Who do you have for that game? This is going to be good.
I'm gonna take the Chargers.
The Chargers. Oh shit. Okay. So the San Diego Chargers. They're from San Diego. Fuck you guys.
San
Uh,
Diego. It's
San.
Spanish for
What?
whale's vagina.
Oh no, it's San Diego. Chargers. All right. How many
Oh
confidence
yeah,
points?
San Diego.
San Diego. Scholars believe the translation was lost thousands of years ago. I can quote that movie from start to finish, man.
From
Uh,
asshole to dick hole, right
from
on.
asshole to big hole. I'm taking the Cowboys here, and my confidence in this one is going to be a measly little one because I don't trust either one of these teams.
I'm giving it a 2.
Ooh, look at you! Oh shit, my mic. Okay, two's good. Thursday night football. We have the Jacksonville Cons versus the New Orleans Aints. It's gonna be a fucking barn burner
I mean,
because this is gonna be
I'm gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars
uh huh.
only because this. The Saints put up yards, but they don't put up points. And every year, there's always that team that puts up yards and just doesn't score and has a lose, and that's the Saints.
Okay.
Usually, they are that team. When they had Jameis Winston, they were putting up yards,
Yeah.
and But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm gonna put that as my confidence of 3.
3. All right, that's pretty big. I am taking the New Orleans Aints because I believe that Trevor Lawrence isn't going to be 100%, and that's going to impact them a lot. So I would take the Saints at a 2 confidence points. So we have the Browns at Colts, which no Anthony Richardson, and we have no idea if Deshaun Watson's making the trip to Indiana to see those Mississippi's out there, because that's going to be a running gag for the rest of the year. So who you got?
I'm gonna go. I am picking this assuming Deshaun Watson's going to start.
Okay.
And I'm taking Cleveland.
Okay.
And I'm giving it a confidence of 1.
Ooh. I we're going opposites. So one's gonna obliterate the other in this one. Okay,
Yeah,
this week.
that's going to be me obliterating you.
Yeah, because I'm going Indianapolis Colts this week. I'm choosing my Colts to win, regardless who plays for quarterback. Mostly because I feel that they know that Anthony Richardson isn't coming back, so they're going to focus. They're going to the Colts are going to come up with a new game plan, I believe, because they know that Anthony Richardson is going to be out for the rest of the season. So this offense is going to be clearly Gardner Minshew's, and they have to incorporate more of Jonathan Taylor. So I'm taking the Colts, and I'm giving this a confidence of 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm very confident in this one.
Yeah.
Let's see but the one that I'm not confident in is this next pick with the Steelers versus the Rams.
Oh, I'm very confident. I am very confident. I am taking the Rams with a confidence of 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steelers on paper have the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
But
Steelers on toilet paper have the shittiest offense in the league. So
you're taking
wipe your ass with that information how you will.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. No, I was being sarcastic. I'm taking the Rams too. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that
I'd be a fucking idiot to take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way
the only thing going for the Steelers is going to be probably 60-40 Steelers to Rams fans in the crowd.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. Other than that, you can't fix Matt Canada. He sucks. Trash. Rams
fans don't go to Rams games in SoFi.
No, because they all live in St. Louis still.
Yeah. Well, the fucking tickets are expensive. The parking tickets are expensive. No one wants to go because you have to walk far.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
What's your confidence here?
With the Rams, are we talking about the Rams?
Yeah, Rams and Steelers.
6.
I got 6. Yeah, oh 6. Shit! Okay.
Yeah. No, I have no faith in the fighting stickets with pickets.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Not happening.
I am going to do 6 as well because, this is more strategy for me. Because obviously, any given Sunday, the fucking Browns beat the Niners, but this one, there's no way a Matt Canada team beats a fucking the Rams. No way in hell.
No.
Lions and Ravens. Who you have?
Oh, Lions and Ravens. I got the Lions all day long. Fighting Dave Campbell's going into Baltimore and they're whooping that ass.
Going to Baltimore, whooping some ass.
There's not a damn thing the Ravens can do about it.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens.
Good.
Yeah. This is gonna be lopsided.
Good. That's cool. I give this game a confidence of 5. That's how confident I am that the Baltimore Ravens are going home. The hers.
Yeah. All right.
And half of their fans are going to commit a crime on the way home because that's what the numbers statistics dictate. That's just not me assuming. There are national average numbers of the amount of crimes committed in Baltimore, and there is a 50% chance that 40,000 people commit one on the way home.
Just saying. I bet.
You can do about it.
That's funny. That's real funny. It's... Oh shit! All right, I'm taking Baltimore. Like I mentioned, I'm giving them confidence points of 4. So last but not least, Dolphins and Eagles. This is going to be a tough one. This should have been my number 1 confidence.
Not tough for me.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
I got Philly winning very convincingly because the Dolphins have proven so far in big games on the road that they're not going to show up. And I have a feeling that Philly's defense, even though their offense has not been there like flashy as they were, their defense is still stout. Their defense is still half the University of Georgia back-to-back national champions.
Wow.
Yeah, they have studs on their defense, and they're going to figure out a way to stop that offense. And I hope Miami proves me wrong. I do not want Philly to win, but I want to win my pick'em, so I'm going with them.
You want to know?
With a confidence of 4.
You want to know why you're wrong?
Please enlighten me.
Because they let the fucking Jets score 20 points on them. What do you think Miami's going to do to the fucking Eagles?
Hey. Anything can happen, man.
Oh, I had a few speechless. Yeah, no, I don't like the way Philly's looking right now. They're still you can't. It's hard to bet against them. I definitely get where you're coming from. It's their defense is still strong, but they're going up against the number 1 rated offense. So, and unlike the Bills matchup, where the Bills before this week's game, they can actually score points. Philly hasn't been looking good on the offense. They've been, they're getting booed by their own fans every single week because they can't score points. So I'm taking Miami with the final confidence of 5 points.
Hey, right on. Game on, brother. We got
game on. You got to
game on.
Game on. So yeah, that concludes the pick'ems for the week. So we'll see how we do. I'm hoping I beat you again because I love fucking winning.
I don't like losing.
I don't like losing either.
I don't like losing shit.
And I lost a lot this week. And if you want to recap real quick, because we're going on pretty much almost more than 2 hours so far. But how did your Braves and my Dodgers do?
Oh fuck. Well, if we're in a dick measuring contest, the Braves won one more game than the Dodgers did.
Yeah,
they're both sitting at home.
Yeah, but what's the difference between 1 centimeter is 1 centimeter, right? If we're cutting dick sizes.
Well, why do we have to use the metric system?
Because an inch is too much.
Damn. Give a guy an inch, he tries to take a mile.
Yeah, exactly. Give a guy a centimeter, try to take an inch.
Yeah. You give a guy a centimeter, he tries to take 8 inches.
You greedy fuck. So this man, ladies and gentlemen, I texted him Thursday when we were watching the game. I sent him a video of me smoking a cigar. He sends me a video of what was it? Was it Bases Loaded?
Bases Loaded.
Bases Loaded.
Catch at the wall.
Yeah, Acuna was batting, right? I think.
Yeah, Acuna was batting.
He bases loaded. He hits a ball. This ball looks like it's clearly going over the fence, but it didn't have enough power behind it.
No.
And all I hear is just a loud fuck.
Oh no, my voice hit an octave that is only reserved for me pissing and moaning at my pissiest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was pretty good. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah, play it. Please play it. I was pissed.
Oh, you were. I was pissed
I told
too.
you my voice hit octave levels that it normally does not possess the power to.
Yeah. I wanted the Braves to win only because. So here's my logic. I don't like the Diamondbacks. They're the team I hate the most. Well, second team I hate the most after the Houston Cheaters. If the Diamondbacks play the Phillies are going to mop the floor. Well, now the Diamondbacks are playing the Phillies, but my logic back in on Thursday was if the Diamondbacks play the Phillies, there's no way the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies in Philadelphia. So I wanted to see a Diamondbacks versus Houston Astros in the World Series, but surprisingly, the Texas Rangers beat the Astros today,
Good.
which
Good.
was good. Yeah, I fucking love that. But I did not give the Rangers a chance at all. But they beat them 2-0. They were playing in Houston, so no more
They
home.
lost the division on the last day of the season.
Yeah, yeah, and they lost it to the Astros.
Yeah, to the Astros.
So, eh, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited because again, I don't like the Astros. I just want to see them lose. But if I had to choose, I would want the Astros to lose in the World Series as opposed to losing the championships. But that's just no here or there. But yeah, so we have the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers, and then on the other side we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Fuckwads, which that should be fun. It's the two wild card spots fighting against each other on the National League, which is going to be great.
Cool.
Tickets are hella expensive, but some of my friends want to go, so I might go to one of those games. I think they play here on Thursday, I believe. I don't know. Whatever game they're playing here first, I'm going to try to go. But it's at 2
nice.
It's at 2 p.m., so I'm going to have to make an excuse to get out of work early. COVID. Yeah, COVID. So that's a little baseball recap. It wasn't great for us Dodger fans and us yeah. Both teams won 100 games plus, and both teams got beaten by the wild card.
At least, I would say at least, the other teams I speak of are all losers. But did you happen to catch that the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox won as many postseason games as the rest of their division did?
Oh yeah,
because all three other teams who made the division got swept.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been, this playoff system is I love it. I
like it too. I'm
here for it. It's great. I don't know what else to say because it's just great. It's speechless because it's for the first time in a long time. I'm actually excited for the postseason of baseball because the Dodgers are always making it and losing and making it lose it. But this time I'm actually happy they lost because they would have got beaten the brakes out of by every other team out here as well. So that's that.
Well, that's that.
That's that.
That's another great edition for you guys of Sofa King Smarks podcast.
Sofa King Smarks.
Come back. We'll be back next week where we will be recapping the week 8. Wait, hold on. Shit. Yeah. No, week 7.
Week 7.
Yes.
You already want to skip a week.
I wanted football season in early. Week 7 action, and we'll be making bold predictions for week 8.
You're already scared about losing week 7.
Scared. Dude, you got me shivering over here and shaking in my boots after those pubes pick them. But if you enjoy the hilarity that's currently ensuing here on Sofa King Smarts podcast, give us a like, follow, and subscribe. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. My name is Chet Von Chetsky. You can follow me at Chet Is Wrestling on all major social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, even MySpace. I'll put you in my top 8.
Jesus Christ.
You can follow Who Bencio or that dude Ben at Who Bencio. How do you spell that, buddy?
WHOBENCIO. Also, stay the fuck out of my head because when you said all major platforms, I said, I'm going to plug in my MySpace. And then you fucking said your MySpace. I swear on God, that's what I was thinking.
Well, and you know what? you probably still have Tom in your top 8, loser.
Fuck yeah, I do. Dude, if you don't have Tom in your top 8, you're the fucking loser.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy.
If you don't have Tom in your top 8, then fuck you, dude.
That guy made $500 million selling MySpace. And you don't have
Here's what's not going to make $500 million. This episode of Sofa King Smarts podcast. Please give us a like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Have a good one, folks.